Yalmar, are you there?
Yep. Yep.
Alright. Yalmar, you are flying through the air. It's been about 7 or 8 hours since you've taken off from the peaks of the mountain to the north. A few hours ago, Bernard contacted you and you had a conversation. You told him that you were no longer enemies and that you were planning on going to the new world after seeing what you'd seen at the mountain. Your next move after leaving the mountain was to fly to Altdorf and talk to Gelt. Is that what you're still doing?
Yes.
Yelmar, as you soar into Empire territory, you look over and you can see that the land has become truly war-torn. With your improved perception, you can see all the skirmishes happening in the Empire. You can see the electric counts battling over fragments of land. Altdorf and the surrounding area remain stable, but your military is weak. Your civilians are, well, I won't even get into that. As you approach the city proper, you can see much to do at Gelt's workshop. All of the other wizard colleges have long gone silent. Gelt killed them all in the Battle of Altdorf. It is the Gold College that stands alone now, with no emperor, and only Gelt. You see at the top of the tower, Gelt's tower, the window, the balcony is clear and the doors are open.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and land on the balcony.
As you do, you can see Gelt. He's standing over a table looking down at something, but he gives a start as you come in. Oh, so you can fly now.
Yes. It seems my patron has deemed it necessary to grant me certain gifts.
He circles around the table. Yelmar,
And I'll,
as you step into the room, on your immediate left, you can see he's positioned the statue of Moors and the statue of Karl Franz next to the fireplace. Moors standing there, striking a pose, and Franz, how you left him, fighting for his life in the streets.
hmm,
He stands opposite the table and he says, "Why did you deem to return alone? What of Kislev?"
Kislev is fine. The Ice Queen Katarine has handled that problem. Along with the ability to flight, though, I have been granted awareness. I can now track the forces of chaos and the Skaven. To the east, the orcs grow restless, and I fear our, or your, once ancient allies in the dwarves might fall. You've done well rebuilding the empire as much as you could in my leave of absence. I feel we must muster our forces. You take them west, challenge the Skaven hordes that are rising there, and I'll be sure to go east, save the dwarves, and see if I can secure their assistance for the end times that are coming. And then Yelmar's going to walk over to Moors, the statue of Moors. I believe I require this one for what comes next. I've traveled with him long. He has certain capabilities that would suit the new venture. Franz, he can remain in this form. The only way he'll ever be appreciated ever again.
I see your reasoning, but I decline. I will remain in Altdorf. I have much to do here. Production is increasing. The war machine grinds and we must build our forces. Unfortunately, we do not have the manpower to split, especially not to fight Skaven and orcs on two different fronts.
No, I would rally the dwarves to fight the orcs. The Skavens are the Empire problem.
The dwarves are pushed to the brink already.
Indeed, they are. I know of their bosses. Um, Wait 1 second. I'm looking at something. What of Ryan Volkart, the chapter master of the Cult of Ulrich? Do you know if he yet survived in Middenheim? He is my adopted father. If I could not expect you to lead the charge, I believe he would be a worthy candidate.
He strokes his mask and says, I see your point. Many clans and the warrior cults have split up. Orcs have ravaged the north. There are war bands as far north attacking cities like Marienburg. The wolves find themselves battling on all fronts as we do. Although I imagine if you go and present yourself, he will answer your call.
Perhaps I have brought the hammer back to the Order of the White Wolf. Maybe instead of seeing the dwarves in the immediate moment, I'll travel west. See if I can bail them out.
There's a loud rasp on the stairwell door. One of the golden men, the deformed monsters of abominations of men. You can see the golden mask with fangs hanging down, their elongated arms. He pushes open the door and a human soldier walks in. He's gruff and got scars along his face. Gelt looks up and says, "This better be urgent." And he, oh god, death.
It was Vice the whole time.
Vice walks in, and a cancer. He looks up and he says, "Sir, there's distressing reports coming from the west." "What is it?" "It seems that experimental armies have been moving. I don't know, the orcs and the rats seem to be moving apart from each other. And the rats seem to be gathering on the mountains. A few have come down and we are left completely exposed from that end. They're already beginning to pillage minor villages and towns on the border." I can't remember what that fort was called. Probably
Oh,
bring up the
Ground
map.
Zero, you mean?
Yeah. You know it.
Oh, shit.
How
I
much?
can't think of
How
off
much
the
of
top.
worth were their lives? A bag of gems.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, ladies and gents.
Pretty
It was Fort Bergbrus. Yeah. Fort Bergbrus, and all on the Grey Mountains have fallen. Bretonnia is essentially gone.
As to be expected. Yalmar's gonna look to Gelt. The slime that was created there, has it grown any further past the mountains?
He gives a hesitant glance at the soldier before turning back and says, "You must not tell this to anyone, Yalmar. And you." He looks at the soldier. "I swear you to secrecy. You will uphold your oath, or you will die." The soldier just stands there, nonchalant. Gel turns back to Yalmar. "Over the last few months, the Skaven have been feeding the slime warpstone dug up from the mountains. It seems that he's hit quite a vein. The skies are growing grayer. Lightning is becoming abundant, and yes, it is growing. Some of it already spills into the sea, contaminating the oceans. It is pressing up
That's-
against the mountains, seeping into the ground, contaminating water.
It seems that Bernard has jump-started a process that was, as I've learned, nigh inevitable.
Not inevitable.
Yalmar's gonna look to the two that entered the room. Leave. Now. And then he's gonna turn back to Gelt. I've learned things. Things that are only for our ears.
Soldier, he looks hesitant, but he turns towards the door and, at your command, open it up and step out. Gelt
See.
circles around the table. Sounds like you've learned something.
Indeed. When I came up here, you already had known of the existence of the Golden One, correct?
Indeed, the entity that came from the other world.
Yes. It seems he didn't come of his own volition.
That's so.
Yes. He was rather sent.
What manner of magic was used to banish him? Could it be used against him now?
Of that I have no clue. I'm no expert at magic.
Did you learn anything else?
Yes, I've learned that after all of this, we may have only one shot. I need you to trust me on things, Gelt. I know you're wary. You have no reason. I came in. I picked a side during a civil war.
Roll insight, Yomar.
Alright. Let's do. 11.
Gelt's very cold to you.
Yes, I can gather that.
Gelt stares at you from across the table. You have very little place to make demands. You wield the hammer. You wield the hammer and are a symbol. Your great strength could be of great use to humanity.
Indeed, it could. That's why I regrettably have betrayed certain friends, and Yalmar is going to look to Moors as this one.
Yes.
Before I left the party, I told him, do not enter battle. And this was his reward.
I'm
you
afraid
sure
that's
you
what
couldn't-
happens when you
Are you
enter
sure
my
you
tower.
couldn't possibly, on my behalf at least, give him to my custody? He truly could be useful. He knows
Roll
things
persuasion.
as well.
Feels bad.
Yeah, -5. Wait,
-5?
no, it's -3.
Oh, okay. That's straight.
Marginal.
retard.
Oh, wow,
way better.
5. Wow, yay, terrific.
Straight retard. All right. I was about to
That's
say
pretty
-5 is like simple jack.
Pretty much.
That's what happens whenever I use feeble mind on people.
Gelt, he begins circling around the table, and he comes up and he approaches Franz. He puts a hand on his face and tilts his head back and forth, examining the craft workshop. Franz is truly remarkable as a statue. You could almost see the ferocity in his eyes. The moment when he lost the hammer, his legs engulfed in gold, and you standing before him, taunting him. He laments the death of his country, or so he perceives it. So majestic. And then your friend, he turns, special in his own way. You've told me of this one. Lost his family to dark elves, no?
Yes.
He is, well, his noble spirit underlies his suicidal tendencies. You could tell he wished to die. Noble head held up high. This final act of redemption. I think it would almost be a disservice to the art to render him free now. No. Should humanity come through, should humanity see the future as I intended to, maybe then they could rejoin us. But until then, they will only stand in our way. I cannot have another incident like what happened at Altdorf happen again, Yalmar.
No, I agree. If humanity cannot align itself, then humanity will not survive what comes. We don't pull our best resources, then there may be no hope at all. I will travel to Middenheim. I'll see if I can secure the aid of the wolves.
I imagine that shouldn't take you very long now.
No, it shouldn't. Yalmar's gonna, instead of leaving out the balcony, he's gonna walk down the. There was the hallway, right? That led to it where Yalmar left the caster coin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yalmar's gonna walk out down the hallway then.
As you
And,
do, alright. As you do, you spot the soldier who was standing in the room. When you ordered him to leave, he stepped out and he's standing a few feet away from the door down the stairs.
Okay.
He looks up at you.
As Yalmar is walking the hallway, is the caster coin still sitting where he left it?
No.
Okay. Yalmar's gonna eyeball a soldier as he walks past. You know what? Actually, no. Yalmar's gonna grab the soldier as he walks past. Come with me. I have something for you.
Do you now?
Yes. Wait a minute. Is this you?
It sure is.
Interesting. Yes. Walk with me.
Of course.
As
And
you descend the stairs, the loud sound of machinery and industry rings out below you. You can see
I'm
the
gonna-
golden men and normal humans moving around. They're creating cannons and instruments of war, guns, swords, super weapons that you don't understand.
yeah, as we're witnessing all this, walking down, this is an inevitable end for them. Gelt doesn't trust me.
Of course he doesn't. I told you you were merely his face. The face of the Empire while he did his business behind the scenes. This was his end goal the whole time.
Yes.
To push his creations as far as he can.
I'm gonna wait until we're outside of the tower to continue any further discussion past those comments.
You're free to.
Alright.
You technically own this land.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till we're walking the streets and down some back alleys. Can never know where eyes are. Actually, I can know where eyes are. Where are eyes right now? Besides Bernard's, because I mean,
I'll say it again, Yalmar. You can take this however you like. Think about it. Yalmar is very. Balthazar Gelt is very cold to you.
yes,
I'm not sure if you're hearing me correctly, but that's what I'm gonna tell you.
cold as in like ice cold, or cold as in like distant cold.
Can we have both? Can we mix them together to have like
Okay.
some kind of chili?
Okay, okay.
As we're walking, Bernard'll say, "You know, I reckon he plans to have you dealt with if you become much more rambunctious."
I reckon he does as well. I will not let it come to that point. This was a test. I came here in hopes of swaying him towards a different direction. I'm not swayful. Well, not in the sense that is effective conversation.
Hmm. I don't see him ever dealing with Moors or friends. Even if he did manage to save humanity, I think he'd keep them on as a mantelpiece. He's not too fond of letting things go,
Yes, it's unfortunate you can't see it.
especially if they have the glimmer of gold in them.
Yes, it seems Dragon Lust is extended past me. Thought I was the only one who coveted gold for a period. Now I see it's rather useless, as is this world.
Well, what would you do then? Not much time left now. The other party is closing in on the last relic, and once
Indeed.
that happens, well, there won't be much time left at all.
No, I agree. I will leave under the guise of heading west. I am not heading west.
Where would you head then?
East. I believe we have unfinished business east.
With Pollux?
No. In the lands of the, as you call them, Tomb Kings.
Hmm.
That would be to the
Yep.
south.
Yeah, southeast. Yeah, it would. Yeah. What exactly were you hoping to find there, Bernard?
I'm not entirely sure, but I'd imagine the Tomb Kings they've been around a long time. They're
I
bound to have
uh,
something interesting for us.
am I allowed to let players make insight checks on other players?
I don't know.
Well, if I want to
Kinda
insight him,
strange.
I would.
That's true. You're right. Never mind. Carry on. Sorry. Don't mean to interject.
I was just gonna say that, and he did promise me something should I do whatever it was he needed there, though I'm not quite sure what that is yet. I think we were on to something before we were delayed.
Perhaps make your way there. I'll meet you where the amulet fell.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard for me to get there. Renee was kind enough to leave a teleportation circle.
Belmar watched.
Yes, my big watch. Yes, I observed. I remember. Like I said, I will meet you there.
Give the word and I'll be there.
Very
And
well.
keep an eye on Gelt, though.
I have no eyes to keep on him. He's going to play his game, and well, sadly, his game is a losing game. He
Well,
believes in
his
himself
game
and
may
his
very
ability.
well interfere with our game if we're not careful. He's not telling you everything he's after.
I know he's not.
I think he has intentions on interfering with our work with the Golden One, interfering with our journey to a new land.
Well, the Golden One deems it necessary, and Gelf becomes a threat. He will be handled. Can I rely on you for the assistance in that?
Of course, though I'd prefer being a bit more proactive than reactive with Gelt. If we allow him to plan, well, it'll be an uphill battle, especially with those war machines.
Suddenly, the windows begin rattling. You hear the booming voice of Balthazar Gelt from atop his tower. It rings out through the city. Stormborn, return to me before you leave. Essentially.
He wishes to summon me as if I am a pawn.
Hmm.
I used to be a pawn. Yalmar's just gonna, as he's looking at Bernard's chosen form or proxy, he's going to slowly lift into the air. I trust you now, Bernard. Keep your word.
Of
And then
course.
Yalmar is just going to take off. And he's not going to head back to Go. He's going to be seen leaving Altdorf, heading west towards Middenheim, northwest towards Middenheim.
As you do, you can see Gelt stepping out onto his balcony. He watches you depart.
Yeah, that's it. Yalmar's made his exit. That's what a 5 charisma gets you. I don't say goodbye. I walk away.
Well, that's that, I guess.
Indeed. It's a good thing that was Bernard. That guy was about to be offed.
What?
Yeah.
We're about to kill some random dude?
Yeah. He heard too much. Well, actually, it was more of he witnessed the meeting between Gelt and Yalmar. But no,
No
that
comment.
handles that problem.
No comment.
I already told you, man. I don't know. You gotta get over it, Mark. Yalmar's done playing games. Like, he's done
It's not
playing
that.
the game.
It's not that. You were playing a different game than I am.
Apparently.
You the thought that
Look,
you would just I can imagine you like leave and then this old like you see him out there as you're walking by, you casually just walk up and with 2 fingers just snap his neck. His body just slumps on the floor and you just casually walk down. Gel's like, man, I gotta clean this shit up later.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious to me.
I was going to do that.
It gives me great amusement to think of either how far Yalmar has fallen or how high he's gone. Take your pick.
Take your pick, man. He's not doing evil shit. Like I said, does the Golden One care about these people?
Well,
He's
anyway,
being-
I didn't get to kill you all, and that's disappointing. So let's go back to the other party. You're boring me now. At least I can kill these guys.
We broke the game.
Oh, notepad, everything ready. Okay. Vice and Vlad, you and the party wake up in Pollux's apartment. You look out and you can see the sunrise over Seattle. Siam, he spent most of the night either flipping through the channels on TV, staring at the images, or he stands up and occasionally stares out the window. He doesn't get much sleep. Renee alternatively passes out like a log. Pollux jumps into he's gone into his room, locks the door behind him.
You said it's... Well, nah, people are awake now. I missed my opportunity.
Is there something you wanted to do at night?
Yeah, I wanted to do some Vlad sneaky boy shit. Pollock said stay out of his room. Vlad doesn't want to stay out of his room. Vlad wants to see what's in there.
Oh, hey, we can
Vlad
do
is
that.
extremely intrigued because he's seen this stuff before but has forgotten. And it's sort of kind of like it feels familiar to him. And while everybody's passed out and super sleepy, he's going to be super sneaky briefy. Hopefully. Put the Almost character sheet away and get Vlad the big weird boy out.
Alright. As the party sleeps, Vice, go ahead and make a perception check.
Alrighty, I think those were just straight rolls. Let me double check. Yep. Yep.
Well, I don't know. I'll say maybe you still see it. I don't know if that really requires a roll anyway. Who cares? Who cares, right? Concepts. Vlad, as you stand up, you creep
Could
across the
I
room.
roll stealth, please? I am trying to
Oh,
be
yeah, you can be stealthy.
17, and I'm not going to keep creep across the room. I will shadow hop.
Alright.
And what I'll do is, I guess, I don't know, just melt into a shadow over here off the couch. And then over here to the wall next to Pollitz's door.
Alright, so Siam, as he's staring out the window, you see he's leaning up on the side of the window. He doesn't even see you as you're lying on the couch. The next moment, you just shadow hop directly to the door.
What happens is I'm laying on the couch and I just melt into it and appear out of the wall over here.
Yeah, it's like Siam doesn't even fucking notice you.
Then what I'm going to do first is inspect the door to the best. Why can't I grab that? Below? I'm going to inspect the door to the best of my abilities just to, I don't know, see if it's like magically booby trapped because Pollux is magic just like Vlad.
Alright. Make a Arcana check or a investigation check.
I already rolled Arcana, so 11.
You got an 11.
Yeah.
It looks like a normal apartment door, for whatever normal means to you. The lock's pretty advanced, but for some reason doesn't really intimidate you all too much.
All right. Well, I will.
Right. So when Pollux messed with your hands, you he activated settings that allow you to basically. Did you already have the ability to whip out lockpicks from your fingers?
Actually, yeah, I think you did mention that before because I
Okay.
have thieves' tools proficiency. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to think of something else then. But
go gadget thieves' tools finger.
you get some rocket boots on your feet.
Oh boy. Well, I only got that one metallic arm. So. Go gadget helicopter. So yeah, I will attempt to fiddle with the Locky Doodad
All
with
right.
the dexterous finger. Ooh. And is it like a? I know it's going to be. This is a meta question. Is it a pneumatic door or kind of like a regular door that just you do open? Is it a pneumatic sliding door or is it a like just a regular
No,
door?
it's a retro style wooden door with an
Okay.
advanced metal padlock kind of thing on it.
Okay, so it won't make like any type of whooshing sounds if it opens. I can like slowly open it to a crack and then
Yeah, as you reach down and you fiddle with the lock, it doesn't take you more than a couple of seconds. You just kind of naturally flow into it.
okay. Yeah.
Vlad,
Not
as
trying to
you
set off any alarms. Vlad's not even going to open the door fully. He's going to open it to where it's a crack, so he can see a shadow in this corner, perhaps, and he's going to melt from a shadow over here into that shadow that he can see. So the door's not even like open. It's like cracked a little bit.
Vlad, as you step into the room, you see that the proportions aren't exactly what you expected. This room is huge and extends for a very long way. All along the floor, scattered around, are books. You can see rotting dead trees lining soiled. It'd probably be better if I just fucking drew it real quick.
In Vlad's head, he is thinking, "Dang, this dude is like sneaky. He's got a whole house hidden in a house."
As you come in, this room extends very far down, and there are trees lining all the way down. They're all dead. Under the trees and all along the floor, there are multiple notebooks, um, none with any titles whatsoever. Stacked up high, there must be hundreds or thousands of them in this room. You don't see Pollux anywhere. At the far end, you see a little. It's a long desk with stairway going up to the left and a door on the right hand side.
So this is like Pollux's version of the Longhouse. Would I assume that actually? Because Vlad's been in the Longhouse.
You've been in the longhouse. You're free to draw your own conclusions.
All right, yeah, this is like Pollux's version of the Longhouse. Vlad is assuming on that desk from. Okay, so if it's not proportionate to this room, where would Vlad have ended up? Where could he have seen, like from I don't know, maybe the doorways over here.
Right here.
Okay,
I mean, you can see the whole room. You can observe it, the whole thing.
okay, so Vlad would have just I don't know, shadow hopped and kind of tried to stay hidden behind this dead tree thing, whatever. Can I see what is on the desk at least from my position?
On the desk seems to be nothing.
Okay. I will let you know now, just ahead of time. Vlad is looking for something in very particular something. He wants one of Pollux's coins.
Oh, I know you do. Who doesn't?
So, Vlad is going to. Yeah, I'll just fucking shadow hop from this to that, I guess.
But
So get
you'll
closer.
since I don't really feel like I wanted to make you roll anyway. Vice, you wake up in the middle of the night. Like Renee, just by chance, kicks you in the side of the head as she's sleeping on the couch.
Vice probably wasn't sleeping much tonight, anyways.
Yeah. So maybe as you're
That's
trying to get
too
some sleep, or
unbearable.
as you're hanging around, you look over and you hear a small clicking sound, and you see a slight crack form in Pollux's door. You didn't even see Vlad. You just saw a little crack form.
Hmm. Vice will get up and
Vlad, what are you? So you're looking for Pollux coins?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
being over here, you said this was a doorway, correct?
Yes.
Is it
On
open?
that doorway, though, there seems to be a. Hmm. You know what? Fuck it. In blue chalk is written on the door, "Stay out,"
Huh.
and it's a frowny face, a long-haired frowny face, blue hair. Uh,
How about the staircase from my position? Can I see up it? Like, does it have a visible endpoint, or do I have to like actually travel up it to see where it ends?
it does have an endpoint. It goes out about 2 dozen steps and then goes right.
Hmm. Well, that's not all. All faults. This door, Vlad is going to inspect as well, or check for magical arcane bullshit.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Wow, a 9.
Mm, uh, the frowny face gives you a disconcerting feeling. Makes you feel kind of funny. Makes a He's like staring at you. When you move, you kind of swear the little dots kind of shift.
Hmm. Yeah, Vlad's gonna do like a two fingers to the head like salute, and then he's gonna hop over to the staircase. He's gonna look at the frowny face thing and do like a little two finger salute thing, and then hop over to the staircase.
Okay. Yeah, but you see, if you choose to enter the room, you see the same thing: a row of dead trees on either side, books all over the floor.
one sec.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess
Vlad.
Vlad will. Is the staircase shrouded in darkness? What's the lighting condition? I didn't even ask that.
It's actually fairly well lit. It seems like daylight is streaming in from some unknown source. It's
Okay.
not very
Yeah, I
dark in
guess
here.
Vlad will begin to walk up the stairs. Question mark? Yeah.
Is the door? Do I see that it's opened?
Yes.
Hmm. Vice would probably take a peek inside then, just to see, like,
Yeah.
if Pollux is. Mostly like, if is Pollux there? Did he leave us? What's going on here?
Yeah, you see the same thing. The rows of dead trees, the hundreds of books, the door in the back. As you're peeking in, you just see Vlad start walking up the stairs to the left. Vlad, you climb up the stairs. Nothing stops you. As you poke your head up at the top, you see you're in some kind of very expensive looking office. Over
Do I
here,
still believe myself to be hidden? Because stealth roll.
I don't know, man. You believe what you want to believe.
Alright, well, I'm going to attempt my best attempt to stay hidden.
Okay. Well, no, all you see is an empty desk. There are bookshelves on the side, very advanced books that they don't make sense to you. Like, you spot one book, it's like Advanced Theory of Bioengineering or something. Makes no sense.
Yeah, this is all useless mumbo jumbo.
As you stand up here, you get another good view of Seattle. Um, you can look
Vlad
out,
will
you can see the sun rising. There are cars moving around on the streets.
Vlad will approach this desk.
It's covered in dust. Seems that it hasn't been used for some time. Even the floor is covered in dust. It seems people don't come up here too often.
Does it have drawers?
It does.
I will inspect the desk for magical bullshit, and then, if satisfied, I will rifle through the drawers.
That's kind of funny. Here, hold on.
You want me to roll Arcana on this?
No. Vlad, as you pull open the drawer, you're just instinctively you kind of freeze and stare down at what you find. You look in and you see a Browning Max Power pistol sitting in the desk drawer.
Vlad's gonna pick it up. What is this thing?
Looks like a gun that the humans might have used. You see pistoliers use things like this, but this is beyond
Wait,
dwarf
somebody
make.
is somebody talking to Vlad right now?
No.
Oh, okay. Those were just Vlad's thoughts. Yeah, Vlad's gonna. You know what? Vlad's gonna pocket this thing.
Alright,
is
you
going to
pocket the
pocket
Browning
this.
Max Power.
All right, I'm just gonna fucking throw that down for shits and giggles.
Let me see if I can get a good image. Yeah.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Poppin' motherfuckers. The Browning Max Power. Right, that's in Discord.
At this point, it's probably getting to be like close to morning, right?
It is morning. The sun's
Okay.
streaming in. You can see the sunrise has come up over the city. Lights pouring in. The city, the
Shit.
streets
I
are
forgot
full
it
of
was the-
cars, and you can see a
it was
helicopter and a
something like
plane
that.
every now and then pass by.
Vice is probably gonna like slowly walk through the room towards the door,
Wait, so
looking
not
for
the middle of the
Pollux.
night? So it's not the middle of the night then? Because I thought that's what I was doing.
Oh, I
Like while
forgot.
everybody was sleeping in the middle of the night.
Okay, sorry. Why can't it be both, guys? Why can't it be both?
I
Alright.
don't know. It's whatever.
We'll,
Yeah,
we'll go with
I
a
get-
reasonable compromise and say that it's dawn. Very exactly dawn.
Yeah,
6
seeing the
a.m. on
sun
the
come
dot.
up. Yeah, seeing the sun come up, Vlad's gonna try and sneaky freaky his way back out.
Alright. Vice, as you approach the door, you get the same sense. The little picture on the page of the door stares at you, and as you approach, you hear a voice behind you. Did you need something? Pollux,
Hmm.
he's standing in the middle of the room.
Yeah, it's dawn.
Yeah, I know, I like to sleep in.
Mm. Is this like the caster one where we're not burning time wait here?
Yeah, but this one hasn't been used in something like, 2 multiverses? I don't know, it's complicated.
Long time then.
You could say that. Long
That's
Actually,
fine
reach.
then.
Before
Just didn't want to
Vlad,
waste time.
before Vlad heads back downstairs, something that I've been wanting to check. Do these windows open?
No,
Ah,
they do not.
I was about to take a
That would
shortcut.
be convenient, right?
That would. I was about to take a
Hey, you guys
shortcut.
wanna just get the Shadowrun now? Just jump through the fucking window. Come on, guys.
Vlad's out of here. No, Vlad's going to he's gonna walk down the stairs, and as he hears Pollux and Vice, he's going to like stop freaking like shit. What do I do? And I think I know.
Vice will start heading back towards the entrance to this place and ask, so you're like Castor then, huh? You have people like us under your own control somewhere else?
Some time else, but yeah. Some taking a vacation though. They don't really need me. Unlike you fools, I have plenty of time and more than enough. Well,
Okay,
it's not something
quick
you have to worry
question.
about.
Sorry to cut you off. Quick question. Dimension Door states that you can teleport yourself and one willing creature within 5 feet up to 500 feet to a place you can see, specify, or describe. Uh, Vlad, instead of going down the stairs all the way, we're just going to open a dimension door and visualize the couch.
Is that necessary? Alright.
Yeah.
So
He
you
doesn't
do
wanna
that.
know- He doesn't
You
want them to know that he's been sneaky freaking about.
okay,
That's the point of being a sneaky thief.
sure. Alright. You open a dimension door and you jump back to the couch. As you do, the couch kind of shifts and you hear Renee, hmm.
Yeah, Vlad's gonna go, whoa, it was a crazy nightmare, too many words. He's gonna try and play it off.
Siam just turns around. You dream about orcs? Casual.
I don't ask you about your dreams. Don't ask me about mine.
Well, there was the dragon that one time. Oh, I'm still gonna have nightmares about that door fold.
Yeah.
So, Siam comes around the door. Are we leaving this morning? Pollux comes out. Well, that's up to you. We're free to stay here as long as we want.
You don't seem too chipper on going back out yourself.
Well, it's cold out there.
It is.
Yeah, I barely felt it.
If you insist, I suppose we can continue on our little adventure. I'm gonna stock up on beers. Pollux, he grabs like a plastic bag and adding to his camping gear, just empties out the fridge.
Why are you here anyway out there?
What?
In what as you call it, Seattle?
No.
Why? What caused you to come to where we live? Where we're from?
Boredom?
That's it. You were bored, so you came to a hellscape.
Hellscape has a lot of definitions, and plus, the funnest worlds are quote-unquote hellscapes. I'm not gonna jump into some kind of magical pony land, for instance. And plus, this is kind of convenient. You can think of the longhouse as like terminals. I can jump from one to the other, although we can never really leave the station, like station masters.
So, in theory, then, that place out there is just untouchable from in here? Or you just absolutely cannot leave this place to go out there?
Correct.
Well, that sucks. This place is a hellscape. Why would you come here?
Are you talking about Seattle or your world?
Well, the world that I ended up in. Yes.
Ah, well. He shrugs at you. He gives you the most innocent, like, naive look, and he says, "It's fun. What can I tell you?"
Yeah, it's not so fun.
Whatever.
Castor doesn't seem to be having a whole lot of fun here.
No, he wouldn't. He didn't come here by choice, though.
Is that so? Then what's his reason?
Mum's the word. Can't talk about it. Scout's honor.
Uh-huh.
Here, I'll write you a book titled Castor and Pollux, Why We Do What We Do and How We Do It. I'll get that to you sometime soon.
Are you here to make sure he stays here?
Castor?
Yes.
I told you, I'm not here to do anything besides have fun. You seem to think I have some ulterior motive. Why? What leads you to believe that?
Just call it conversation.
I call it stupid.
Just call it the fact that you're fucking weird, bud.
Hey, I'll call it annoying. You know, Nut, speaking to you kind of annoys me. I'm ready for the waste again.
Yeah. Might as well get going, I guess.
Renee's on the couch like, no. No. Siam comes over, pulls her off the couch, forces her to get ready. In due time, you're all back up in your gear. Pollux looks around at you and says, it's going to be quite a while before we have any more respite like that. I hope you enjoyed it. Well then, shall we be off?
Indeed.
Might as well head out now.
Alright.
Order of formation. Vlad's gonna walk next to Siam this time.
You don't really have much of a choice, dude. You're in the center with everyone around you. They're not gonna let you walk any other way because they kind of need you.
Yeah, but I mean, he's just gonna walk like exclusively side by side with Siam.
Yeah, like I said, exclusively is not gonna happen.
Aren't we like walking across like a big open place?
Yeah, but that big open place is in the middle of a tundra. You normal people would literally freeze to death if they didn't have you walking next to them.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. They're using it as a source of heat. That's right. I forgot about that. Damn it. Well, that fucking changes things. Okay. Yeah. Vlad forgot while he was in that apartment that he was the only source of heat out here.
Siam
Guys,
glances
so
at
close
you.
to me.
What are you looking at me for?
How close is Pollux to us?
Pollux likes to stay ahead of you guys. The cold doesn't seem to affect him as much as the rest of you.
Perfect. Vlad's gonna like lean over to Siam, not talking loudly. So like, I found this thing. Do you know what it is? And he's gonna show Siam the Browning Max powder.
What is that?
Oh no, it looks cool though, right? Like,
Can I see
I,
it?
yeah, I mean, I grabbed it hoping you would know what it was.
Siam's looking it over. He taps a button on the side of the grip and the little magazine falls out. Oh. Look at this. It's some kind of magazine fed. Moore's made something like this.
Who?
Old friend.
Oh, sorry. Well,
Moore, he flips through it. It looks like you've got 3 shots in this. It's a gun.
oh, that's good.
Do you know how to use a
That's
gun?
good. No, I mean, I grabbed it for you. You use like those the explodey things. And maybe your mask is crazy. Like, maybe you know how to use this too.
He kind of looks it over. Well, I wouldn't mind holding on to it.
All yours, friend. I didn't find what I wanted.
What were you looking for?
Truth be told. And he's gonna lean in like extra close and whisper, "One of his purple coins."
You know he's not going to leave one of those lying around.
You never know. It was his room, and he said not to go in. And I had to.
You know, acting like that's going to get you killed one day, Vlad.
It's habit, though. I can't help it. Somebody tells me not to do something, and it just sparks interest. I have no clue.
You know, if it's true that none of us are here by choice, I bet you pissed somebody off in your other world and got sent here. I bet you stole something really important.
I probably did, thinking about it now, but I mean, why would I let that stop me?
Apparently it didn't.
Exactly. And besides, if I didn't not steal, I wouldn't have these two cool things. And he whips out the fucking scepter and torch. You know what? I have a question. I'm gonna activate the torch and kind of clink it on the scepter, like, use the torches like frozen flame as you described it, and
Uh,
like,
unfortunately, no, it's not
damn it!
how that works.
I just thought of that
Yeah, no.
because I found them together. I
Man,
was
that would
like,
be really
"Ooh,
nice, huh?
that would be convenient."
No dice.
Yep. Okay.
Alright. The trip continues. As you continue for some days, continue heading north. Long have you left behind any semblance of good civilization. You've passed into the northern waste, and now you're at the very tip end. You come across a frozen river, and as you pass over it, the ice is so solid you don't really have to worry about it. In front of you, far off into the north, you see a very distant lone peak. To your right, similarly far off, there seems to be some kind of village. Uh, Very rustic, very barbarian-ish. They don't seem to be flying any war colors, but from this far distance, you can tell it's just this very run-down. You're surprised anybody lives here. As you go further north, the forts and the villages are going to become much more sparse until eventually they're going to stop coming at all, and you don't suspect that they're going to be very welcoming to you, or at least so says Pollux. He looks to you, Vice and Vlad, and he says, "So, he's talking over the whipping wind. It's so cold, it's painful, and you've gotten so cold and used to it, it's just like numbing at this point. There's the mountain over there. Important landmark, very good for sightseeing. You can get postcards. And there's a couple of villages scattered around, but like I said, we'll be lucky if we get a few scoops of bread from them."
These ones don't look like it will be as easy as the orcs.
Well, we're not in barbarian territory just yet. After we get past that mountain in the distance and start heading north, we're gonna start heading into Norska. And once we hit Norska, well, he kinda just sighs.
Well,
There are trolls around here, though. Do you like trolls?
No.
I like trolls. They're funny.
How far is our destination?
Our destination.
The relic.
It's going to take us weeks.
Weeks through this place?
No. He stops, and as you're standing on top of the snow dune, he pulls out the map. Look here. You see north of Kislev, the northern wastes?
Yeah.
We're at the very tip of that, in the north. We're starting to go into troll country. We're gonna have to pass through these godless lands and pass through the mountains, called the Giant Home Mountains up there, which, as you can guess, has giants in them. And also barbarians. And
Wait.
dwarves, if you can find them.
Well,
We'll follow the
Why
road.
is there? Are we really? Is there an artifact up here? Wait, this makes no
Yes.
sense.
Look here. See
There's
at the
nothing up
very
here.
tip, he unfurls the map so far, and then you see that? The Kraken Sea? And
Yeah.
Garhars, as they so eloquently called it. that's going to be our destination. And if you think it's cold here, whew, glad.
Mm, and you can't just like
Nope,
snap one of those purple coins and
I sure cannot.
oh, you're that weak, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a pussy. No, it's like this. If I did that, well, for one, the game would be ruined, and I just can't allow that to happen. And two, something would go wrong.
Oh.
There's
Yeah,
an
I forgot this was a game.
It is a game, to most of us. Anyway, what you fail to realize is that those of us in the business, in the know, as you would say, we learned a while ago that when you mess with divine beings and deities and gods and magic and fate and whatnot, when you try to bend those rules, when you try to cheat, as you could say, reality has a way of correcting itself. We could take us there, but then we'd probably all get surrounded by a demon horde or eaten by Corn himself for breakfast or some such. I'm warning you, it's a dangerous game if you ever get your hands on one of those coins. Don't go wishing for the entire world to change on your whims. The world will bite back at you.
Hmm.
Caster knows that.
While he is talking to us, how close is he to us? Like,
I
is
mean,
he
if you're
standing
talking
up
to
there?
him, now you're all kind of just standing on top of a dune, so, like, next to you.
Does he wear his coin pouch on his belt?
Yeah, he sure
Ooh.
does, Vladdy boy. You want to try to
Vlad?
take a swipe at it?
Yes, because I have a +8 in sleight of hand.
Hey, buddy. Go
While
ahead
we're
and-
talking, Vlad's gonna try and keep his attention upwards as he's trying to shift his.
You know what, Vlad? I need another beer for this.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go grab another.
Oh, 10.
No, I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh my
grab another
God.
bowl of food so I can enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Vlad Skid is back at it. Oh boy, great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
We'll wait for AJ to be back and then keep going.
Oh my god.
You're a funny man, Vlad.
Oh boy. You know what? If Vlad dies, I'm making a troll.
You can't make a troll.
We're in troll country. How? What else can I be? I'll be a chaos dwarf.
But no, you can't be a chaos dwarf. You have to be a troll. Wait.
You just changed your mind. What? Oh god. Oh my god. No, if
Juju
Vlad dies.
Lebowski.
Yeah. Mark it as a 0, Donnie.
Okay, you
No,
can make a troll, but he has to have like a Jewish Italian accent,
Oh my god.
like my cousin Vinny.
Oh my god.
Hey, Bernard. Why are you doing all this to these people?
Yeah, by the boot. You
Hey, Siam. You know.
know what? I'll spice it up even more. I'll make a troll bard. Vlad dies. Kidding,
Pizza l'amore.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, that's the rule. Your troll has to be
When,
Italian.
when the moon hits your eye
And that
like
means
a
you have to read Ventro Alto or whatever the fuck the JoJo story is
Oh
in
my
Italy.
god, no.
You
Alright,
have
I'm
to
back.
act like them. Okay.
When the moon hits your eye like a big warpy pie, it's the end times.
What I miss?
Nothing. We're
Um,
talking about his next character when Vlad dies.
Oh, okay.
shit.
Vlad, as you're talking and he's explaining all this, your hand shoots out, grips around Pollock's coin bag.
I'm feigning interest in the map as I'm just like slowly reaching over.
Yeah, you
I guess I
grab
missed
Pollock's
the grab
coin
pass.
bag and you snatch it right off his side. Pollock, he looks at you with a lazy look and says, Vlad, what?
Wait, I have his coin bag in my hands, right?
Yes.
Okay, 500 feet away, I'm dimension dooring.
Oh, poof. You
Yep.
you dimension door 500 feet away into the snow dune. Renee, as soon as you do this, screams, drops down, and starts clutching himself like all around. Siam kneels down. Vice, the biting cold hits you in the face, and you don't think you can stand much of this.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to open the bag
Okay.
and
Pollock, he
no.
looks at you, Vice, and he says,
So now he doesn't have his coin bag, right?
he does not.
Okay. Actually, I'm not going to open the bag. It's going into my pouch of holding. Dumping all the coins into my pouch of holding.
Vlad, give me my bag back.
Okay, here you go. I replace all the coins with just regular gold ones. I'll just like come back across the 500 feet that I fucking moved away.
Vlad, I'm serious. Give them back.
Here you go. I give him back his bag full of gold coins.
Pollock takes it and he like opens it up. He's looking down at it. Looks up. Vlad.
Well, I guess it looks like there's no more cheating, right? So now you have to be more honest.
You're joking.
No, kind of got tired of, like just the attitude, I guess. You're very shitty to us. You already know we have no choice.
Vlad.
But I don't know. It just feels good.
Does it feel good? Alright.
Yeah.
Fine.
We'll
Pollock throws
If
up his
you-
hands and with a
if
very
you manage-
dramatic, exasperated sigh, you win. No more coins for Pollux. Pollux has been defeated, everybody. Pollux has been reduced to a mere mortal man.
Oh boy.
You hear
Here's
that?
the deal.
You hear that, Vice?
I will give them back if you start to play nicely.
What does that
We'll
mean?
call it like a 1 coin a day salary.
Oh. Can I have my 1 coin?
No, not yet. Sorry.
Alright. So tomorrow then.
Yeah. We'll see.
Sure. Why not?
So, as you were saying, back to the map.
Right. he turns back to the map. So as I was saying,
Jesus. Jesus.
Oh.
we're gonna have to pass through this road, past the Giant Home Mountains. We're gonna have to go west a little bit into Norska, and I imagine we're going to meet the most resistance there.
Oh, that's going to be disgusting.
As we pass through Norska, we're gonna run into barbarians and monsters and all sorts of fun stuff. And then we're going to head into Nordlig. There's a town up there called Aldigburg. Seems to be the only civilized land up there, so we're going to go up there, get ourselves a boat, and get us across the Kraken Sea. From there, it should only be a short walk, maybe a couple days.
Wait a second. I have a serious question because everything in this world is exactly as it sounds. Can we please not cross the Kraken Sea?
We have no choice. What do you want to do, Vlad? Do you wanna head straight east? We might be able to find a good way through the frozen sea that is mostly frozen and also has monsters in it.
Won't we be able to like walk across it though?
How about the Sea of Chaos? Would you like to go through
No.
the Sea of Chaos instead?
Okay, but just I mean, I don't know what a Kraken is, but that just sounds bad.
I know what a kraken is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
It's not good.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll move forward.
Alright then, like I said, what do you want to do? Do you want to head to the village or head to that mountain over there?
Oh, he's asking if we want to go to this.
Yeah, he's giving you the choice. Do you want to head east to that little village or do you want to head north to the mountain?
Uh,
Well, let's see.
which one's least dangerous, Alex? Since this is a game, give it a I don't know, a rating.
Well, a certain someone visited the mountain recently. Made it a little more safe.
Mountain it is.
Joe,
Oh, so this
it's
is
more
the mountain
direct.
that this is the mountain that Yalmar went to.
Seems to be.
Okay. It doesn't have like the crazy storm overhead still, right?
No, you ate it.
Yeah. Okay, just checking. Didn't know if it would come back or not. Dang, I didn't know Yalmar came this far north.
The time passes. Days pass quickly, or slowly, I suppose. It would be miserable grinding through this snow. The mountain is always farther than it looks. Both of you, go ahead and make perception checks.
Alright.
Alrighty. 18.
Come on, roll.
Roll, roll.
9. I see half of what Vice sees.
Vice, you're trekking through the unforgiving cold wasteland. Around you, you've been watching, and though the scenery doesn't really change, you get this uneasy feeling that you're being watched. You've had this feeling for the last couple of days. As the mountain gets closer, however, you start seeing moving fins in the snow. They look like sharks from the ocean, but you can see them moving around in strange, distorted patterns as they swim around in the snowbanks. They've been circling you for some time. You can see there's about 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop the party and say, something's hunting us here. Something in the snow.
Oh dear.
Where? I don't see anything.
Keep an eye out. Look for fins.
Yeah, as he points them out and everybody stops, Siam, he turns on his heat vision and says, yeah, I see them. 6 or 7. They look like some kind of fucked up shark. Alright then. Alex over there is like, Vlad, we're in danger. Give me the bag. It's our only chance.
Is it though? I feel like it would be cheating, right? And Vlad's gonna look to Vice and all them. Maybe it would be cheating. You know,
Don't
you
bring
wouldn't
me
want to
into
cheat the
this.
game, right?
Renee's over there. She literally screams at you, Vlad. Do you forget the last time he set you on fire?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
that
know, you're doing this up. You're playing it up, Vlad. You're like acting all big and bad because you have the bag, and the rest of the party's like, do not involve us in this shit. Renee literally screams at you that.
Alright. Vlad is going to give Pollux 1 coin. Here's your opportunity. Please be helpful this time.
He looks dumbfounded and awestruck as you hand him one of his purple coins. Vlad, you are magnanimous.
I have no clue what that means, but I try. Actually, no, Vlad would know. Nah, whatever. He doesn't know.
Hey, heads up, they're coming in. Alright, let's roll initiative.
Oh. 19 for Vlad.
16 for Vice.
Pull up.
And I need to look at Renee. Plus 5. Alright.
Yeah, hold on. I have to pull up the.
Vice got a 16, Renee got a 15. While you're writing that down, I'm going to go put my bowl up.
Come on. Hate this mouse. I don't even fucking know. Oh, wow. Sam got a fucking nat 20 for a 24. Where's the right one?
Okay.
Make sure this is the correct one.
What did Siam and Vlad get?
Vlad got. Hold on. Shit.
Something like that sounds fine. Sure, that's fine.
Hold on. Vlad got. Where is it? 19, and then Siam got a 24. Nat 20.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. Mom stopped me and was talking to me.
What did Renee get?
Hey, 15.
And
Vice was the first roll. 16.
Go ahead and
Oh, dang, is that
position your-
Siam's nat 20 right there?
Yup.
Grab a can of gamer juice over here. God, the dollar store had a 12 pack of Baja Blast, and I never had it before, so I'm like, yeah, I'll grab some, sure. It's alright.
Oh, the new one?
It's whatever Taco Bell normally has. Just tastes like Blue Fanta to me.
I have officially sworn off soda again today.
I've just been limiting like how much I drink of it.
I've been in such a fat ass, dude. Like, I cannot limit myself. Alright.
I've been pretty good
I
to like.
don't drink soda. Like, that's just the thing. Like, I don't know. Ever since a kid, I just don't really like soda. Well, Sprite and fucking ginger ale and root beer. But that's.
I've
like,
been drinking a lot more at my parents' house, but back in my apartment, I'd get like maybe 1 12 pack a month.
I just drink fucking water all day long.
You guys can position your characters where you want. Each tile will be 10 feet.
Alright.
Or open, like, it's just open snow. There's really no terrain here to speak of. We're gonna start with Siam. As Siam says, "Hey, heads up! Here they come." He's gonna slide on his mask, draw the silver sword, and get ready to fight.
Speed is 35, so. Here's a question. I'm just playing Siam in combat.
Yeah.
Would he run out in the open after these fuckers?
In this
Would he
situation,
just charge
he
across?
wouldn't.
Vice
No,
Vice is probably going to say we should huddle up, make them come to us.
Yeah,
Alright.
Siam has the same idea. He puts his back to Renee's, and Renee puts like her shoulder to Vice.
Alright.
Everybody
cool.
stands side to side. Pollux, as you're doing this, places himself directly in the middle.
Yeah, I guess.
He's still
Siam is.
Night Pollock, so he still has his equipment.
Oh no, he has to. He has to be in melee for that. Oh wait, so you didn't put a range on this, and it doesn't say melee. Siam's gonna use scan on this one. He's gonna spend a turn to scan his enemy, revealing strengths, weaknesses, general HP, and when Siam scans an enemy, he also criticals them with a 19. Nice. So he's gonna scan this one in particular.
Siam scans the snow sharks, so I guess we can call them. As you look over Vice and Vlad, Siam, he's got a finger on his mask and he's staring at one that's quickly approaching. He lets you know that these things have about, let me see. These things have about 90 hit points apiece. They're very strong. They have strong uh, jaws, long teeth, and they seem to have very athletic, high jumping bodies. He turns to you, Vlad. Vlad, they're ice creatures. It doesn't seem they like heat very much. They're cold blooded.
Say no more.
The sharks are gonna begin moving in. They're circling around you, and they're kind of spacing out and in a hunting pattern, getting ready to jump in at the same time. Vlad, you're up.
All right. Vlad's gonna target this one and shoot a firebolt at it. Ooh, 12.
That's well done, hit.
All right. That is Vlad's turn.
Okay. Hang on, I'm trying to find some music that actually fucking plays. I love this song. Final Fantasy X has such great music. What did you say Vlad's doing?
Hold on. I'm trying to look at my meta magics to see if I could do them on bonus actions. Why did you do that? Looking for this quick. So it seems that meta magic is just you apply it to a spell. Um, so I'm going to use, as a bonus action, then I'm going to use Quicken Spell. Well, I'm going to cast spell as a bonus action through Quicken Spell. I spend 2 sorcery points, and a spell that takes 1 action takes a bonus action. So,
I'm relying on you to know this stuff, man.
well, that's why I was just reading about it. It doesn't say, it's pretty much you attach the meta magic to the spell.
Alright.
So I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to
So you choose these. So you chose Quicken Spell, and you would have another one.
No, I have 3 meta magic options. I have Subtle Spell, Quicken Spell, and Twin Spell. At my level, I get 3 options.
Oh, I see. You do have 3 options.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
Right now, I'm using Quicken.
Alright, so what are you doing?
I'm going to toss out a bead for a Delay Blast Fireball right over here.
Alright.
And that is my turn.
Vice, you're up now.
I'm going to, let's see. Just kind of hold my position and take a defensive action. Let's see here. Do I have any maneuvers that'd help me out? Not really. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just, yeah, I'm just gonna take a defensive action.
Right.
Vice will just unsheath his sword and kind of hold it out in front of him, waiting for something to approach.
Standing by your side is Renee. She's up.
She's going to take a couple shots at this one. And let's see. It's +8. Yeah, +8. For some reason, my cursor is not in the right place. There it is. She takes 2 shots, 21 and a 19. Are those both hit?
Both it.
And that's 2d10 plus 10. So that one's going to suffer 24 points of damage. She lets loose.
Cool. Alright. Pens. You're right, dude. Pencil Gang is where it's at. I should fucking join Pencil Gang already. 24. Right. At the top of the round, Siam.
Yeah, they're still not within range.
They seem to they're going to be coming in soon.
He's gonna hold an attack action until one engages him. I guess that's the specified hold.
You can hold your
That,
turn.
would that change his order though? Because
Yeah, it would put you after the snow sharks.
no. Well, they go before Vlad.
They go after
So
Siam. The
Siam,
initiative
Snow
order is
Shark.
Siam, the sharks, and then everybody else.
Okay. It doesn't really hurt Siam to sacrifice going after the sharks. I don't know. No, Siam's just gonna keep holding in a
You're gonna hold your
Yeah,
turn.
a ready action. No, that's a ready action.
Yeah, just hold your turn.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
what I'm gonna do. Is a ready action. Or hold.
Okay then. The sharks now, as they move in, once they get in within 15 feet of you, 4 of them target the 4 corners of your little defensive position. All 4 from each corner, they're gonna leap up into the air and dive at you. All 4 of you, Siam, Vlad, Renee, and Vice, you need to make dexterity saving throws. You're looking to beat, okay, it can be no, never mind. Strength or dexterity, your choice.
Oh, strength. Okay, thank God.
You can be strength or dexterity. You're looking to beat a 16.
21 for Vice.
21 for Siam.
16
Vlad as
for
well.
16 for Renee.
Alright.
Siam is proficient in dex, so 18 for Siam, 21 for Vlad.
So you're gonna take okay. Wait.
Parentheses.
Oh god. I'm so stupid. I don't fucking
Oh, you want to divide the whole thing by 2?
okay. I'm just gonna do this. 33,
16.
30, 22, 24.
Wow.
Alright, so we'll just go clockwise then. Up here is that's Vlad,
Okay.
right? Alright,
Yep.
so you're gonna take 16 points of damage. Siam's gonna take 15. Vice, you're only gonna take 11, and Renee's only gonna take 11 as well.
You said Siam
Alrighty.
takes 11.
Siam takes 15.
Oh, 15. All right. Cool.
As the sharks leap up out of the air, they simultaneously, all 4, they like barrel down on the party. The party, of course, being trained expert fighters at this point. Siam steps out, throws out his blade, catches the one on the edge, like dives a blade into it, pushes it off of him. Renee over there nimbly dodges, pulling out her daggers and using it to defend herself. Vlad and Vice, you equally kind of just parry these things. Pollock's standing in the center, he's looking around. Oh, this is so cool. Vlad, you're up.
All right. These 2 are still out here. I'm waiting for them to cross over that bead. Let me do not know if this is a concentration spell. Hold Delayed fireball.
Delayed fireball is
Yeah,
definitely
it is. Yeah, it's
concentration.
concentration. Yeah.
Because if you break concentration, that's how you trigger. You can blow it up like that.
All right. What can I cast without breaking concentration?
Normally, it's like instantaneous spells like fireball or firebolt, things like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot
Rule
out.
of thumb, like persistent spells are guaranteed concentration for the most
Okay.
part.
So I can use cantrips as like just a. It
Mhm.
won't break concentration. Okay.
The only thing that's going to break concentration is taking damage and then
damage.
not
You're not allowed to
pass.
use other concentration spells.
Yeah,
so-
and you can't cast another. You can't concentrate on two spells at the same time.
Okay.
Any other spells, fair game.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So Vlad's just gonna shoot out firebolt at. No, actually, he wants to bait this one to come in closer, so he's gonna shoot out a firebolt at that one. 24.
That'll hit. These things are weak against fire, as Cyan pointed out.
Awesome. So, ooh, nice. 21 damage.
Okay. Is that added, like, bonus?
No,
They take,
firebolt is just 3d10 for me. So
yeah, so they
what do you
take
want me to add
bonus
to that?
damage to that. Is resistance don't they take double damage?
Double, so 42.
When they're weak, they take double from that damage source, I think.
Well, let me look. Vulnerability.
42, I think.
I don't see that on my sheet. Hold
Alright, well, we'll go with that.
on. Okay, yeah, if they're vulnerable, yeah.
You blast it at this leaping up out of the sand, out of the snow. You can see the fire really digs into it. It lets out this pained screech. Vlad, or Vice, you're up.
All right. I am going to. Let me see here. No, I should probably save those. So let me see when I get these back, because these are shorter long rests, so I know whether or not I should be expending them right now. Combat superiority. Okay, it can be short rest, so I'm going to go ahead and use some of this. So I'm going to attack it a few times. Let me see what I've got. So I think what I'm going to do is the first strike I'm going to use. I think it's fainting attack. So yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to feint and against that shark, and I have advantage on my next attack roll. So my first attack roll is going to have advantage. I think it's plus that. Let me double check. Yep. So a 19 and a 28.
That'll hit.
Second one, 30, and then a 20.
Yeah, I'll hit.
So that's going to be 66 plus. Plus my superiority die, which is at this level a D10. Let me check.
Man, we've come a
Yeah,
long way.
D10s.
Level 15. Jesus.
So that's going to take 52 damage
Wow.
to this shark here.
Holy shit.
You know what they're also weak to, Vlad? Death.
Yeah, so as this Vice is sitting back there with the sword ready, as that one jumps down at me, I do a feint. Like I draw my sword back and then step to the side as this thing comes down past me, slamming it, just throwing the sword up into it as it dives back down, and then
Yeah.
slamming into it 2 more times as
You
it
wait
lands.
till it starts burying back down into the sand, and as it leaps, as soon as it touches contact with the ground, you see an opening in the back of its neck. You just bring down your massive blade, cracking its carapace, and it's just screaming and howling. It's next to you. It whips around in the sand for a little, or the snow for a little bit, but then picks itself back up. It's like gushing blue blood.
And then I will just put my back against Renee's again and just take position, just waiting on him.
Yeah, it's Renee's turn now.
All right, she's going to use her daggers. Oh, let me make those rolls. I think those are the same as the bow. Yeah, Yeah, okay, still plus 8 to hit.
We
Just
skipped
went.
Siam too. Siam should have went after the sharks did.
Dang.
No, I just didn't do anything on that turn. He's
Oh.
still before the sharks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay,
didn't do anything.
she gets 3 with this, so. Ah, okay, that last one probably misses.
Yeah, you're looking for a 17.
Okay. Sorry, what was that?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, sorry. So that's 1d8 plus 5, so it's going to be 2d8 plus 10. So that shark's going to take 20 damage. So another 20 damage on that shark there.
Cool.
As she slashes and hashes and slashes.
Yeah, Renee, she like as you press your back up against her, she takes that cue to step out. The one in front of her kind of lunged at her. She managed to step aside. She pulls the Medusa daggers and drives both of them down into the back of the creature. She has a hard time piercing the carapace, but still manages to get one of the daggers in. Wrenches it and pulls it back out. Siam next to her is up.
All right. Yes, I am just gonna step in and start swiping at this thing. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I was in the middle of making his macro. Plus 8. Alright. Damn it. Alright, 22. So, 12 and a 22.
22 hits.
Shit, I do 10 right now. Nice. 16 damage.
Is this turn 1 or turn 2 that he's been in solo combat with that guy?
This would be the
This
first
would be
turn.
first
Okay,
turn.
first turn.
Yeah. No, this would actually be the second because the last round is when they attacked Siam.
Yeah, true.
And that counts. So this would actually
next-
be turn 2.
Yeah, next turn he'll be able to start fucking it up.
Alright.
Nice.
The one that you fire blasted, it's going to dive across the sand and it's angry. It's going to leap and do the same maneuver as you, Vlad.
Okay.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
It triggers that fireball,
Okay.
so it has to make a dex save.
What's the roll? Oh, wait, never mind. Dex save.
Where was that fireball positioned
decent.
at?
Wow.
Wow.
It passed it, but it's weak to fire, so it's going to take
Yeah.
normal full damage.
It was up here, and it's a 20-foot radius.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if anything else would get caught in that.
I
so
think.
was asking.
No.
Listen, no. This one would be caught as well. They're both moving in at the same time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. All right, yeah. So DC 18 dex
All right,
save.
so the other
or,
one is going to make the save as well.
or take.
And 10.
Here's my delayed
So this one's going to take normal full damage. This one's going to take.
Did you add
double.
the extra d6s from it being stationary?
Oh wait, yeah, no, yeah. Two more D6s. Ah,
I got your back. It's easy to forget that kind of stuff with
yeah. I
magic.
forget it builds over time. So 9 on top of that.
54 damage.
Yeah, but doubled. So
Yeah, so this
108, 108.
It's like leaping over the snow. It's coming out, and then it comes out, and it's like a few feet in the air, right in front of the little tiny bead of fire. Vlad, you
Yep.
see this coming? This one is also dead.
Delayed
This is the
blast
one that took
fireball
42 damage.
jutsu.
Yeah. Suddenly, just over here, just this huge fucking fiery, explosion blows up this area. You see little bits of shark go flying in the air. It rains blue blood over there. Pollux is like, oh.
This is a good fight.
Meanwhile, the other sharks, they get +7, so we're gonna make. To Vlad, to Siam, to Renee, to Vice.
That last one's against me. Yep, that hits my armor class.
Yeah, we're going clockwise. So,
So I think both me and Renee got hit there.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to fucking jump it. Which one was that? Me?
You're
I have a
16,
16. Yeah, 16. Yeah.
so you got hit. Everybody got hit.
I think they all just barely hit us there.
Vlad, you're gonna take 28.
Oof.
Siam is gonna take. Come on, roll the fucking dice. 24. But Renee's gonna take 29. Vice, you're gonna take 16.
16 device, and was that 29 to Renee?
Yeah.
Alright, so 16. Where's my calculator?
Renee
Right
lets
there
out
it
a
is.
scream as a shark whips back up. The tail goes across her arm. A big gash forms and blood splurts out across the snow. All of you
Which one?
similarly take.
Which one was for Siam? The 24. Which damage was for Siam?
It would be the 24, yeah.
All right.
These little creatures are fierce and they're tearing into you. They circle around, they go out a few feet, and then they'll turn back, diving at you. And they're just huge, unwieldy creatures. They're very hard to stand up against. Vlad, you're up.
All right. Yeah, Vlad's gonna continue to shoot firebolts at this one. Nice.
Oh, that's a crit. Nice.
Yeah. So
30.
yeah, that's
Wait, no, it's like
Plus
triple
30.
damage.
That's like 45.
so 60.
No, it's 15 times 3.
No, but I mean, he crit as well, huh?
Yeah.
So when he had max damage onto that?
It would be double damage, and then you would triple the damage. You know?
So that thing's just fucking dead because they already had 40 something.
No,
42.
you killed the one that had 42.
Oh, okay. All right.
You do double damage, so that's 30, and then since it's weak to it, you would do triple damage, which would be 45.
Yep.
So yeah, you get a really good blast on this thing. It whips back around, goes out into the snow, and tries to dive back at you.
Yeah, but wait. Wouldn't it be 30? So 3d10 is my max damage. 30 plus the 15 that I
No,
rolled.
Ellis, listen.
I forgot
you
how we
would-
do crit.
It's weak to it, so you do double.
Yes. Yes.
15 and then 30. And then adding on to that to make it triple damage instead would be
So 90
45.
damage total.
No, Ellis.
Oh.
15
I thought we had
times
it.
3.
Yeah, how? Yeah, but how? I'm trying to understand how that works because it's weak to it, but I critted. So
I thought we did max die rolls and
yeah,
crits
I
this
thought
campaign.
also so
Wait.
it's 30 plus another damage roll in the Warhammer one, and then since it's weak,
Oh,
so it would be
you're
90
right.
damage.
You're right.
So
you're
it's
right.
dead.
Max damage.
It's-
Listen, man, I'm 2 beers in. Just give me a break. Stop making me do this shit, okay?
Math hurts.
Fine. Fuck it. You want it to be dead? Fuck it. It's dead now.
Well, it has 90 HP, and I did 90 damage, so
I'm gonna
it's
blow your
dead.
brains out with this fucking brownie max power I got here. God, just wait until I get my hands on you in Shadowrun, Ellis. Just wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Just shoot me over Discord.
Who has the Browning max power now, boy?
It's Vlad. He's got it. Look,
think
oh
it-
god, he's got a gun. Get down.
I think it's funny it's called the Browning max power because there's a Browning,
Browning
high power.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have a low power Browning?
Yeah, it's called the Browning high power. It's 9 mil.
It's almost like Shadowrun just rip shit off.
Oh. Oh, man.
Vlad, you
Yes, that-
you use a firebolt to yeet a shark from no damage to death. So it's like a super firebolt. It leaps up in the air. You point out your hand, and it just fucking the firebolt flies out and burns straight through the thing's mouth, out through the
Yeah,
top
I
of
was
his
about to
head
say
and his
that.
brain. You just burn right through his brain like a little focused beam of fire.
And I have a question. That was my action. Come on.
I have a question too. Does anybody else get really fucking sweaty playing D&D? It's like
Yeah, sometimes.
it's just fucking ridiculous, man. What's your question?
Okay, so control flames. Oh, never mind. It's an action. Never mind. I was gonna ask if I could use control flames to set Vice's sword ablaze, but that's an action. So
Alright,
I'd have to
so
wait
Vice,
next
you're
time
up
it
next.
goes.
All right. So I'm gonna give this another couple swings. As soon as it wants to roll. 24. Come on, roll 20.
What is up with that?
Come on, 20. So I'm gonna roll the damage to see what I get. So that's only 2, 4, 2d 46 plus.
I think we skipped Cyan also.
Wow, 19 damage, huh? Well, those are some good ones right there. Like that. So it definitely doesn't kill it. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the last roll. 27. So it's gonna take. Come on, roll 20,
I don't know
please,
what's up with this shit, man.
please.
It's so weird.
Oh,
Nice.
19,
Roll my-
hey!
so that's 19, 19, 30.
I'm already tired of this fight. Yeah. Fight.
Imagine 4d6 plus 14 gets 19. 2d6 plus 7 gets 19. Thank
like
you.
19s?
Thank you, Zinch.
What is Zinch's number? Is it 9?
I think so, yeah.
Is Zinch's number 9? Because if it is, something's gonna happen here. Sacred number 9. Alright. Noted. Duly noted. In the notebook.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Vice.
It seems Zinch just doesn't want to leave Bernard.
So I'm
and
going to
his
do that.
Patriots alone.
Alright.
And then I'm going to move and put myself in between these two guys here.
Alright. Yeah, you step on a little trail of Renee's blood. Renee's up now.
I think we skipped Siam though.
Alright, we'll go
I
after.
think we did as well.
That's okay. Well, he can go after Renee here. We'll
Right.
just give him 2 turns.
Alright, so Renee is going to take a couple more knife attacks. 14, 15. Come on, Renee. 11. Nope, she misses.
Okay. Yeah, as you step in front of her, Renee, she pauses, steps back. She kind of moves and casts a quick, like a cursory healing spell to stop the bleeding over her arm. Not too much attacking going on over there. Siam can take 2 turns, so then I guess I just skip him.
Alright, so I'm just gonna do 4 attacks then.
What are they?
Yeah.
We call Siam Batosai the Manslayer in certain parts of the land.
All 4 of those hit?
Yeah. Batosai.
God, I should just fucking. I not feel like typing all that up. Yeah.
You rolled
What is
4
it?
damage rolls? Why?
Yeah, because all 4 attacks hit.
He only has 3. Wait, he only has 2, doesn't he?
Yeah, but 2 turns back to back.
Oh, yeah. So, dude, alright, again, stop it. Stop.
This
Stop.
isn't me though.
I'm staring at numbers appearing on the screen and my brain's trying to do, like, acrobatics, figuring out what the fuck's going on.
D&D is nothing but binary.
I stopped seeing the numbers.
It's /R. You can just put in
Yeah, /R.
the addition, correct? Alright. 72 damage total.
That'll do it. Siam's a baller, so as the thing, Siam's math the entire time he's been analyzing the thing's movement, you see Siam is like still as a stone for most of the fight, and then as the thing finally lunges and is in midair, Siam steps forward, he chops, bringing the sword horizontal across the thing's mouth, and then sidesteps, brings the blade back, and then just stabs right through it. The silver blade pierces right through the center of the body. Siam pulls the blade back out, and before the thing even touches the ground, it's dead. It lands at Pollux's feet. Pollux nudges it with a foot, like, oh man. Can you eat this? The shark, being a stupid asshole who doesn't care about anything, is going to attack you, Mr. Vice. So they get 2 attacks or 1? Just 1. Vice, you're gonna take 34 points of damage as the thing bites into you.
Alrighty.
With that, now we're up to Vlad.
Alright, yeah, Vlad's just gonna fucking step around and shoot a fireball at this thing. 17. For 10 damage, 20 damage.
Okay. And Vice. I'm sure you can finish this
Alright.
thing off.
Oh, don't say that.
No, GM is usually finish this thing off.
19. Oh, nat 20.
Oh no.
And then what's the last attack? Come on. Come on. It's just calculating my second nat 20 in a row.
As Ella said, it's calculating the oof.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the oofometer's off the charts here, fellas.
Yeah,
It's
it's fucking.
I've never
it's
seen
like-
numbers this big. Any day now, roll 20.
It's deciding whether or not to give you the fucking nat 1 to balance the scales.
Wow, it's really taking its time.
Yeah, it sure is.
Oh,
27. I'm assuming that 19 hit.
Oh my god.
There's some little fucking dude listening to the game. He's like adding the numbers together.
It's the
Yeah.
they have a new hire. He's not so good at his job.
That'll hit.
So, I don't know, we'll see. So a max roll for this would be, so it's just plus 19, I think. 63
Ooh.
damage.
Yeah, it's dead. It's super dead.
Vice.
Super duper dead.
Nah, I like this song. Let's play more of this song. Vice, you bring down the blade and crush the head of the snow shark as it lunges at you. The rest of the party settles down and steps around, but Vice, as you're starting to cool down, you lower the blade a little bit. You grip your chest involuntarily, doubling over. You take a few steps into the snow and then drop to your knees, coughing up some kind of black, purplish mucus has been building in the back of your throat, and now it's starting to just come up. It's like this disgusting pool of bile you leave in the snow. You're sweating bullets, and your eyes are starting to dilate. After a few moments of this, your body starts to settle down. You stop shaking, and you find yourself back to normal, or so it seems.
You're not getting any better,
Oh no! Doesn't seem that way. The cold didn't help it anything.
Hmm.
But we don't gotta worry about that right now. Once we're done with this, a bit of sunshine will help.
Do you want to be fixed?
That's a weird question to ask.
Well, I mean, like that stuff inside of you, like, that doesn't look natural.
No, it sure doesn't, does it?
Oh, come on now. We all know Vice is too proud to take any kind of help.
Hmm.
He'd rather
You know what,
die
Mike,
than be a hero.
Vlad's gonna turn around and he's gonna look at Pollux. My favorite part of that fight is when you didn't do a thing. That was the best.
Oh, well, if I had my coins.
You used the coin. You're the knight.
Well, you know, I had to hold on to it, you know, in case Vice ended up dying on us. And
Oh.
with that, no, as soon as he says that, a metal hand reaches out and punches Pollux square in the face. Pollux skids along the snow for a little bit, and then as soon as he looks back up, he's got this snarl on his face. He's clutching the purple coin between two fingers, but over him stands Siam, and Siam points down to him. Do it. Pollux looks at him with hate in his eyes, but then stops and you see him kind of lower the coin. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't.
Vice will walk over to Cyan. Come on, it's not worth it. We need to make more progress before more of those things show up.
Siam,
I
you go
agree.
over and say this, but as Siam turns, he looks back at Pollux from the ground. He says, "You're afraid. Whatever Caster has over you, you won't hurt me because of him. Isn't that right?" Pollux says nothing. He says, "Oh," he looks up and he says, "What? Did I finally get the automaton to strike a nerve? Finally cross your circuits, Mr. Robot Man?" Siam spits on the snow and turns away.
Vlad's gonna pull out one of Pollux's purple coins from his pouch, and he's gonna hand it to Vice, and he's gonna say, "There's no guarantee exactly what it will do, but if you find yourself in a spot where you go down, or you feel like you will, I mean, we can't rely on him over there. We need you."
I
And like Vlad's
appreciate the
nodding towards
sentiment.
Pollux.
Are you offering me a coin?
Yeah,
I'll take it and say, I don't know what these things are gonna do if we try to use them. I'd be careful.
I have no clue either. Vlad's gonna pull out another one, and I kind of want to like try to, I don't know, see if I can get a grasp on the how the magic works. Like if I
No
think
dice,
about
dude.
an effect. Okay,
Not gonna happen.
Okay,
This is not like your Winds of Magic, man.
all right.
You're
Yeah.
you're way too unequipped for that shit.
All right. Vlad's gonna walk over to Pollux, and he's gonna say,
Yeah, Pollux is pushing himself to a stand, and he's got a little bit
"How
of blood
about
running down from his lip, but he puts the coin back into his pocket.
how about we just play nice? How do these coins work?"
Fuck you.
Listen,
Well then, okay.
just get up. We need to start marching over that mountain. We're burning time. And we apparently don't have much of that these days.
And Vlad's gonna look at Vice kind of worried and say, "I agree." And he's gonna repocket that coin that he had out, and then he's just gonna assume the position in the center of the group as the source of heat.
Right.
Oh boy, this is getting fun.
Leaving the battlefield behind, you travel north of the mountain. Pollux is your guide, and it takes about another day of travel before you you find yourself at the base. Pollux, without really even saying much of a word, he moves around the eastern side of the mountain. As you do, you follow him around, and you can see nestled in the side of the mountain is an old wooden shack. It's decrepit and has a huge hole in the side of it. The roof seems to have been coming down, and it looks like it hasn't been used in years. As you inspect it, you look inside, and you can see there's an old man. However, his corpse is long dead, well preserved in the cold. His eyes seem to have been sewn shut. Pollux looks around at the rest of you. Well,
This is not a good sight.
no.
Here,
He checks the map again. We have another day or two of hard travel through the wastes, and then we'll finally hit the mountains. This mountain is fairly safe so long as we don't head under it. Someone made sure of that just recently. I say once we hit the mountains, we should be home clear of any trolls or anything like that, although we'll be in barbarian territory.
So are we in? Are we at Stirring Ridge, or are we a little bit
Um,
past that, the Shadow Pass? Because I'm looking at the map. Also, I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying
Thought
to
we
figure
were in
out
the
where we're at.
Galigny.
No, you're further north than that.
Oh, okay.
You would
Yeah.
be. You see the big open space to the right of the Stern Ridge,
Yeah. Yeah.
the big
Mm-hmm.
white space. You guys
Mm-hmm.
are. There's a mountain just nestled square in the center of that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah, that makes referencing easier now. All right. Cool. Um.
And we're looking to travel through what's that say? The Giant Hole Mountains.
Something like that. There's a road. It's dangerous, and bandits and brigands and barbarians like to sit on it. But I mean, it can't be worse than finding something out in the mountains.
I'm not too concerned about brigands. Can't say much about barbarians, but I can handle thieves and robbers.
We just have to be sure to avoid the Cornite bands. Those are the ones that are going to give us trouble.
Okay. I am a little lost. I've heard that name a few times now, and so is food evil?
Who?
Is what?
Food like corn? Like
Oh,
it's evil?
KH, not CO.
that's hilarious.
Oh.
I.
Whoa.
He looks up at the peak of the mountain and says, "We should speak a little quietly in the presence of the mountain here.
Oh.
Corn.
Yeah.
Yes, corn is, Do you know much about the gods here, Vlad?
Not a clue. My only god is gold.
Okay. Corn is like the god of blood. You could ask Yalmar about him sometime. They're intimate.
Oh.
Bernard.
Is that where he got his crazy powers?
No. That's a long story. I don't know. He pushes in through the broken shack, and he looks around and says, "Oh, we can rest here for some time." Goes over and pokes the old man in the forehead. "Good job, foreman." He goes over and starts setting a fire in the fireplace.
Vlad's
you-
gonna carry the body of the old man outside the hut. Just
Alex
drag it
looks
out.
at you. "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it's in the way. I mean, he's taking up sleeping space.
He starts to say something, but then he just, "Oh," and then turns back. No. Alright, anyway. There's Zinch, there's the god of planning and tricks. That would be Bernard's patron. He's my favorite. And then you have Slanesh and Nurgle, who are just disgusting and degenerate, and I want nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I saw Nurgle. Yeah, that was the demon horde, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are nasty.
Right. Bernard likes to play with his plans and like to act like they're all his own, but no, it's always Zinch. You know, it's funny, and he turns back and he starts like pulling out a pipe. If it was anyone else, and Zinch had given them similar blessings, you know, we wouldn't need Bernard. It's pathetic how things work out, you know? These gods rely on mortals, and look what the mortals do. Act like savages, little rebellious ingrates.
Well, I mean, who else would they use?
Guess you're by the books then, huh?
Exactly, you're not fucking the
He
truth.
waves a pipe. He waves his pipe at you. "Hey, my god wants me to do this for him, so I do. I'm not breaking the rules. I've
Who
played for the
is
rules my
your
entire
god,
life."
though? Yes, but who is your god?
Oh God. Talking about the golden one, of course.
I don't know if I believe you on that. I'm gonna like try and insight him on that.
Okay.
Oof, 11.
He's very he's he uses God in a different way than you would think. He doesn't use it in a reverent way, or he doesn't. It's not like he's giving praise or anything like that. He just uses God like a matter of fact statement.
Acknowledgement of power scale or something.
You can think of it like that.
Hmm.
So, what, you praise your dragons back where you're from?
Well, the ones that give our paychecks.
Yeah, I don't really remember much. Did I work for a dragon? Well, besides now.
You probably did a job or two. It's hard to avoid nowadays, although you don't want to work with them directly.
Hmm.
Vlad, you probably did a job for a dragon. My dragon, probably. Probably
If it
screwed something up
landed
along
me,
the way, didn't you, buddy?
I probably didn't, but okay.
Well,
I am a perfect thief. Thief. I get in, I get out, no questions.
yeah, alright. So, what were you doing saluting my door yesterday?
Well, I mean, you saw me, so wasn't any use in being as sneaky.
Hmm. Can I have my
I didn't
coin badge
find
back?
any. Mm,
You
I
can't
gave you your
use it,
bag.
Vlad, come on.
Well, I mean, it's not the point of me using them. It's keeping you
But doesn't that
honest.
hurt you?
Not really. You didn't help in that fight, so no harm done.
I hope you
Yet.
don't come to regret that, Vlad.
I hope I don't either. Because, I mean, if I die, you'll never get your coins back, so.
How does that make sense?
This pouch is special. Only I know what's in it. And if I know what's in it, and I'm no longer living, then, I mean, you could reach in and you could.
Pull out my
Who
bag
knows?
since I know what's in it?
Well, your bag's not in it, like I said.
Vlad, I have time. Don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Good luck. Vlad's just gonna lay down.
Whatever.
Are we taking a short or a long rest?
You're free to take a long rest if you want to.
Perfect. I will take a long rest.
Vice
Get me my
and
spells back.
Vlad, as sometime in the middle of the night, you hear outside a couple of voices, deep, gruff voices. They're hard to make out, but you make out a few words like food, rock, other assorted, grumbled, like very heavy, uh, rough words.
Is it nighttime now?
Yeah, it's nighttime.
All right. And you said Vlad kind of hears this.
Yeah, they're not very quiet about it.
Is anybody else awake right now?
Vices.
Okay. Vice or Vlad's gonna look over to Vice and he's gonna like put that finger up to his mouth, like shh symbol, and he's gonna like peek out the door. And what does he see?
Make a stealth check.
All right.
I'm gonna make a open my door for my cat check. Vlad, as you pop open the door,
Yeah, I rolled a 26 for that also.
you look out and you can see four very tall trolls hanging out outside the mountain. They're like 200 feet away, but their voices are very loud and they carry in the wind. You can see them out in the plains. They're kind of moving across, and they glance up at the hill every now and then. You can hear words like fire, smoke, food, and they're standing out there, kind of milling about outside the shack.
How far away though?
About 200 to 300 feet.
Oh, okay, okay, that's cool. Yeah, Vlad's gonna reiterate that information back to Vice quietly, and um,
I figure we'll be fine. Sounds like they're traveling.
yes, as long as well, we have a fire burning in the fireplace, correct? And it is producing smoke from a chimney, right?
It's dying down. You think the trolls have spotted it?
Okay. All right. Yeah, Vlad's gonna use the cantrip of control flames to extinguish the fire. Um, but doing it in a way where it just kind of like just sucks, like implodes on itself to where it wouldn't just leave like a mad like a poof of smoke. You know, it would kind of just like just disappear.
All right. I'll make a roll.
And
You sit for a few tense minutes inside the shack. Eventually, the voices begin trailing off, and Vlad, as you take one final peek outside the door, you can see the 4 ice trolls. They begin heading west instead. Or not west, east, I'm sorry.
phew, we almost got stuck on that one. He's gonna look over at Vice.
We should be more careful with our fires in the future.
Indeed.
After the rest, Pollux gathers you all up, and at first light, you begin traveling to the north. About halfway through the day, you come to a frozen river, and as you follow it further north, you come up to a hill overlooking a town. Pollux, he's the first to reach the dune, and when he stands over it, he just stares down at it. And when the rest of you climb back up, you can see, looking down, a freshly raided town. See. Vice and Vlad, you look down and you can see that the town, once known as Scraybold, I guess we could say, has been completely looted and burned to the ground. The bodies of women and children litter the snow, men dying with swords in their hands. You can see the buildings have been burned down and looted. Everything is destroyed, there's nothing left. Even the farms have been absolutely just demolished. Any livestock have been slaughtered wastefully, just left to die in their pens. There doesn't seem to be any survivors. Nothing moves. You can only smell death and see the burning fires.
Perhaps we go around this town.
Hmm. I'm gonna try and look to it. Can I guess from here, can I see if it was like, would it be possible to tell if it was like trolls, if they were looting for a purpose or just destroying for destroying's sake?
Make perception or investigation.
Let me check and see which one is better for Vice. That would be investigation. Not much better, but +1's better than 0. Not that much, apparently.
No, Vice. This is. You try to make sense of it, but it's just senseless. It's senseless slaughter. It doesn't seem like. If they were really. If it was looting, they would be taking the livestock and maybe taking some of the women, but it seems like the entire village has been piled up to die and burn.
Hmm.
Like I said, maybe we go around this.
Pollux points to the north. That's the Shadow Pass. We have to pass through these mountains if we're going to make it. There's no other way, unfortunately, unless we swung around hard to the west, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, the town like sits like we have to pass through the town to get to the
The
pass.
road kind of passes to the right of it, but you know you kind of do have to pass it in some manner.
Yeah, well,
You can give it
what
a
I meant
wide
was not
berth if
going
you wanted
directly
to.
through
Yeah,
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What I meant was not going directly through the town.
Renee agrees with you.
Right.
Pollux, he just sighs and says, "Oh, who cares? We're gonna run into whatever did that anyway."
More than likely.
Pollux, he begins trekking down the dune, following the road north. It pisses me off. You know, who's to say he didn't kill this village? Who's to say he didn't set all this up?
Who's he? Not
Well,
having much fun today?
who do you think he could be talking about right now?
Siam, he just seems upset. And instead, he just marches down
Oh,
the hill.
Siam said that. I thought it was
Yeah,
Pollux
no,
talking
no,
about.
Pollux, he left, and as he walks away, Siam says that.
My bad, I thought it was Pollux.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, I agree. He knows much about where we are going. Who's to say he didn't come from where we are going?
Pisses me off.
It all stinks of a trap to me.
It all stinks of busy work. This is a setup for sure. I don't think we will be returning with the artifact.
I think someone will be returning with the artifact, but I don't think he expects us to return with him.
Well, it may be irrelevant, but I do have his coins for the time being.
You should be careful with that, Vlad. He
I
lets you take
understand.
them. I watched it.
I understand the risk.
Alright. The party will begin then moving down into the Shadow Pass. The endless wastes give way now to tracks and endless horizons of mountains. The hill you're standing on as you descend down into the Shadow Pass gives you a very good view. Mountains as far as the eye can see, with one thin trail going past a valley. The river snakes up a good ways and then dies out, and eventually all you can see is the snaking path arcing around a different hill. Pollux leads you into the Shadow Pass, and as you move through, it doesn't take long to hear the sound of drums and the smell of fire and blood. You pass through trees, climbing up cliff sides and following the road the best you can, until eventually Pollux stops you. Sitting in a clearing on the map, if you look directly to the left of the Giant Home Mountains, where it says that, you can see the road, and you can see it opens up into a little bit of a clearing on the left.
Mm-hmm.
You're about there, where Pollux, he points down, you can see a barbarian war camp has set up. These seem to be, an, like a scouting or an expedition party out of Norska. The men are huge, they're massive warriors. And you can see the women are equally huge. They're all muscled, like deformed, and you can see these are the kind that worship blood and death. They have bones and skulls hanging up on totems. Their warriors are coated in the blood of their freshly slain enemies. They seem to be reveling and making sacrifices and praises to Khorne. You can see they drag out a few living humans. One of them gets laid out on an altar and Khornite, before you much have time to even do anything about it. He comes out and cuts off the man's head in front of an altar to Khorne.
How far away from the camp are we?
Probably like half a mile or a mile.
Right. And that's they are directly sitting on the path, correct?
No, they're sitting to the left of it in the opening.
Okay.
They're not on the road directly.
Hmm.
Think we can get around him.
Perhaps. Maybe if we stay close to the mountain over there, and Vlad's gonna point over to the right side, the opposite side of the road, where there's like that small little patch, I guess. Um,
Yes, I think that might be
the
best.
Shadow Pass, does it favor its name as in it's like darker and shadowy?
Not in the middle of the daytime, man.
Okay.
The daylight doesn't last very long here. You guys have been traveling for a few hours already. I would say the night isn't too far off.
Okay. Yeah, perhaps if we stay close to the mountains over there, we can avoid losing any more vital parts.
Well, either way, we'll need to be on our toes.
Yes, very much so. Um, yeah, I don't have any fucking Bernard style spells where I can fucking alter myself, so I am useless in that sense.
Pollux, he's been kind of pouty and unhappy lately as he's been walking. He sits quietly on top of the hill and says, "So, are we sneaking around then?"
That would be optimal, unless you have a constructive critical path for us to travel. Seems like you know this area very well.
No, we'll go with your plan, Vlad.
Well, that's a change. Oh, okay. Follow me, sneaky breakies.
Alright, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh,
Oh, no.
oh man. The one thing I'm supposed to be good at.
Vladimir.
No.
He,
Wait, I have an inspiration point. I want to re-roll that. I've been holding on to that.
Hey, 18.
Ah!
Jesus Christ.
No. Damn it. Okay.
you hear tilting, and then suddenly, you're all taken prisoner immediately.
Oh boy.
My power wanes!
25 for Renee, 18 for Vice.
Gosh.
What's
This
that?
is really following. Oh yeah, I didn't even roll his. Let's see. Is he proficient in stealth?
No.
Okay. Wow,
That's hilarious.
that is super funny.
That is amazing, and I'm gonna use it.
Great. Punish me.
That's so funny. That's great. Alright.
Well, at least I no longer have a nat 1, so.
Vice. Alright, Vlad, you're tracking along the snow dune, and you head down to the road. You head down and follow the mountains to the side of the path. You do your best to lead your party through crags and different little nooks to try to avoid the sight lines of the warband. About halfway through, you come to a clearing. You're gonna have to run across it to try to avoid detection. Everybody goes first, Vlad, and then all that's left behind is you and Pollux. Vice and the rest of them manage to make it across. And Vlad, as you're getting ready to go, Pollux, he looks at you and says, "Hey, Vlad, can I have my bag back?"
I already gave you your bag back.
Vlad.
I mean, I did. I gave you your bag. Let's just cross this opening and then we'll see.
Alright. You first.
Don't mind if I do. I'm pretty sneaky.
Vlad, you're about halfway across, and then you
Great.
hear a very light, quiet snap.
Oh boy.
You have just enough time to look behind you at Pollux, and he's standing there with a broken coin between his fingers. Sorry, Vlad. Vlad, you lift up a few inches into the air. Siam, he's over there and watching all this, and he's, oh fuck, no. Vlad, you go flying directly towards the camp. Directly towards it. You go flying about half a mile through the air at breakneck speeds before he releases you, and you go tumbling through the snow. You go tumbling for like 30 or 40 extra feet before finally coming to a stop right near the entrance of the barbarian camp. As you push yourself up from the snow, you're like face down in the snow. You push yourself up and you can see several of them staring at you from their camp.
Oh, hey,
Vice is already running towards him.
Flat. No, you hear Vice, or you hear Pollux's voice. Vice, don't.
Don't what?
You're gonna die if you do that.
Well, then I hope you find another motley crew to help you out then. Or you could go and find that relic by yourself, you stupid bastard.
Yeah, you say that to him, and he's like, maybe I will. All right. As you
All right.
take off Vice, Siam and Renee are close behind. Vlad, as you look up, barbarians are encroaching upon you now.
Vlad is gonna stand up, and he's going to, in his best friendly manner. I see you on the road over here. I was coming to pay homage, so I may pass. You see, I'm looking for something north, and I believe that we have similar interests. You know, corn is best. And to sweeten the deal, Vlad is going to reach in his pouch and he's gonna think and pull out every single purple coin, and he's
Oh,
going
no.
to say, "An offering that I am genuine."
Oh no! What have you done?
May I please roll charisma?
You're free to roll persuasion.
Yes. Ugh. 15. Could I do it with advantage because I'm offering coins?
They're purple.
I will mix in some gold as well. But
I
primarily, I am offloading all the purple coins right now.
I genuinely do not know what to do right now.
I keep breaking the story.
Okay. Vlad, many of the barbarians begin circling you now. You have like a dozen around you. One of them comes out. You can see
Vlad's still trying to
he's
look
an
friendly.
older one, and he's got a huge blade driven into his side that's just kind of grown over. He's got a huge, massive beard, and his eyes are bloodshot, and he bends down and says, "Coin."
Yes, but not regular coin. These were blessed. Well, actually, they were, but I stole them. That makes it even better, because I did it in the name of blood.
You're a thief.
No, I am a pillager.
You think you taste good.
No, primarily no, actually.
He reaches out. Give me the coins.
Let me show you a trick. That blade looks pretty rough. Would you like it to be gone? Well, are you curious to see if it can be gone?
What are you saying?
Take this coin and break it. But think about the blade not being in your side anymore, and you will see. I am no trickster.
Roll deception.
All right. 26.
God,
Yes!
I need to
Finally!
stand up for a second.
Oh my god.
Yes! Oh, the only 2 charisma skills I take. Yes! My persuasion doesn't work. I can be pretty deceitful. Oh, cheeky breaky stealth boy. Oh, my boy. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh man. What is this?
Oh. That bollocks wasn't expecting that. You punish me, I punish you. Did we break Mark? Did I
think
break
we
Mark?
might have.
Okay.
Oh man.
One day, Ellis. One day you're gonna have your own game, and I'm going to do this to you every time. Every
You
game.
did. You had a fucking flying Aarakocra that used fucking telekinetic nails. Okay.
Every time. You are gonna know my pain.
Oh, this is just how the dice rolls.
Yeah. I do this to myself. I give you coins, and I think, yeah, it'll be funny, and then I do it to myself. I have no one to blame. All right.
Who is Pollux really punishing?
Me. This whole game is just self-inflicted punishment.
Oh man. The opposite of Zinch. It's not going according to plan.
No, it is though. Internal screaming. Glad you hand out the little purple coin, and the huge barbarian takes it between his 2 fingers. You break it.
Yes, you snap it in half. It's as simple as that. It's an honest, neat, cool thing.
All right, Vlad, roll a d100.
Yay! 14.
14. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do it. Okay. The barbarian takes it between his 2 fingers and snaps it. Everybody, make Constitution saving throws. Vice, all the rest
Alrighty.
of the party included.
Con, that's +9. 25 for Vice
Did you
and
just roll in that
Renee.
one? Oh, do you have advantage on Constitution saving throws? Who rolled that, Vlad?
I think that was Vlad, yeah.
Oh,
I only rolled once and got a 25.
okay.
And then Renee got a 20.
Ellis, did you roll?
Oh shit, I was muted without even realizing. Yeah, the nat 1 was for Vlad. Hold on, Siam's is.
That's hilarious. Holy
It's
shit.
super funny. It's the funniest. Siam did not do any better with 12.
All right.
Oh boy.
Okay. As soon as he snaps it, Vlad, you know you fucked up. As soon as you snap it, you see on the barbarian's shoulders a tiny little creature appear. You squint your eyes because you don't know what you're looking at, and then you realize it's like a tiny little chibi Pollux. It's tiny, and he's got little cartoony eyes, and he climbs up on the barbarian's shoulder, and he gives you a happy little wave. And then he looks at the barbarian and says, "You fucked up."
Vlad's gonna yell at the barbarian. What were you thinking about? I told you what to do!
Behind the barbarian in the center of the camp, you see the wind begin whipping back and forth before a cyclone appears.
Oh boy. Vlad is casting Dimension Door as a subtle spell, and he is moving 500 feet outside of the camp.
My
Backwards.
You
Anywhere.
rolled in that one.
Oh, shit.
You and Siam get to enjoy what's about to happen next.
Oh boy.
The cyclone reaches from the bottom of the snow up into the air. It goes like a mile up into the air. You can see the hatches, the tents, and the walls, the palisade of the camp all start ripping up. The entire camp itself starts to lift up into the air, it seems like. Everything is torn apart like a tornado. Vice and Renee, as you're running towards the camp, Renee grabs your arm because she can sense something happening. She's like, "Wait, Vice, don't!" Siam is way ahead of you, though, and as Siam starts approaching the entrance to the camp, Vlad, you feel yourself start getting lifted up as you look up towards the top of the cyclone.
No, 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 no,
You can
no, no, no,
see
no.
a red portal begins forming and opening.
God. Oh god. Oh no.
Siam, he runs up, and as you're lifted off the air, Siam grabs onto your back. Vlad, no, you idiot!
Get away from here. Go. And can I cast Dimension Door on Siam?
Make an Arcana check.
Alright. 15.
Vlad, you have just enough time and sense to be able to cast Dimension Door. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna. It says myself and a willing creature, but I'm just gonna yeet him 500 feet. If I can't get out of it,
for you, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna yeet him 500 feet, next to Renee and Vice.
No, Siam's screaming. He's like, "Vlad, wait, don't do it!" As the dimension gate opens up, Siam's stuck through. Vlad, wait! Next to you, Vice, you see the dimension door open, and Siam slams onto the snow. Vlad, as the dimension door closes, you look up. You can see all of the barbarians. Everyone in the camp is whipping around like a tornado, and soon you're gonna join them. You're flung into the vortex, flying around. You're surrounded by debris, bodies, and as you look up, at the top of the cyclone, the vortex forms a red portal.
Well,
you don't know where you're going or what's happening, but you do know you're being sucked in.
it's been fun, and I'm taking all those purple coins with me.
Pollux, he takes a step up beside you, Vice, and he's just watching.
Vice is going to turn and start beating the shit out of Pollux.
Is Pollux 120 feet? Are they at least 120 feet away?
Nah.
Shit, I was gonna shoot one last firebolt at Pollux. Oh gosh. Nope. Zoop.
Alright.
Bye bye, Vlad.
Vice, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Just a 3.
Is that a nat 1? Alright. As you turn, you're like barefisting him, or what are you, how are you doing it?
They're just turning metal arms just going out right towards his nose.
Yeah, this time, after Siam pulled the same trick, he takes a step back. He lifts up his own gauntleted fist and says, "What, Vice? You want to fight?"
I don't want to fight. I'm going to kill you.
Well then, come on, try it. And he's going to...
Gonna go ahead and repost that 15.
Alright.
And it's
good.
no longer my fist. He swings at me. I'm going to pull out the blade and bring it down.
Fair enough. As you do so, he'll pull up his own.
That one I missed.
Is that 2?
Oof. Oof. Damn.
What?
The game is telling us something.
Something's happening here. I think it's trying to communicate.
Something is happening.
It's trying to communicate with us. I know it. Alright.
Oh, boy.
Holy shit. Vice, as Vlad is being sucked up into the vortex, you turn and you throw a metal fist out at Pollux. He parries it. You swing out again, you bring up the knife and you cut at him, and he takes a step back, ducks underneath it. He pulls up his two gauntleted fists. He's gonna hit you once normally, and then he's gonna crit you for, that'd be 13 plus that, so 7 plus 11 plus 13. 31 damage, and you need to make a crit check, so roll a d20.
11.
Just barely managed to avoid it.
31.
You bring
so
up the
that's-
knife, and he comes up with fisticuffs, and he dodges it, dodges out of the way, then punches back. One punch goes into your kidney so hard that you double over. Again, you cough up some of the bile. Vice, you're sick. You're not fighting at full power. Pollux, as you do that, Renee cries out, "Stop it! Cut it out!" Pollux punches into you, and that's his turn.
Alrighty. 17, 16, 15, action surge, 19, 23, 26.
Yeah, those three will hit.
Alright, and I'm assuming the 17, 16, and 15 are missing?
Yeah.
Alright, give me 1 sec to look at a few things.
This is very juicy.
Let's see.
Meanwhile, Vlad,
Yep.
That first one's going to be a disarming strike, so let's see.
Ooh. Quick question. No,
He
wait,
needs to
never
make
mind.
a strength save. He's trying to beat a. He needs to make a DC 18 strength save, or else I am going to
Alright.
force him to drop one out of my choice. So if he's got a weapon, it's going to be that.
Mark, I have a quick question. I have the spell of reverse gravity. Okay? It says that things fall upwards, but right now, if gravity is going upwards, wouldn't it be opposite?
That's not gravity,
Well,
but
yeah,
I do
true.
like the idea. I think maybe with an advanced science degree, you might be able to pull something like that off, Vlad.
No, we'll see if I come back with one.
Takes 35 points of damage.
No, Vlad, go ahead and make a. We'll get to you in a second.
All right, yeah.
His Vice is ignoring everything else. He is.
No, yeah, Pollux he's fisticuffing with you. He's straight up engaged in a fight as Vlad's being sucked up into the vortex.
Alex doesn't have any
You-
coins now.
You take your knife and you're fighting him. He's blocking a few of the blows with his gauntlets, but in a rage, you just keep stabbing at him. A few of the cuts get in. He takes a few steps back. Vlad, make a bullshit roll for real.
Okay.
It's an
So
arcana.
I-
We haven't had one of those in a while.
That's Arcana and a D20, correct?
No, it's arcana
No,
and your
it's-
spell attack roll.
Okay. All right, so a 19 for my Arcana and a 26 for my spell attack.
It's
I'm
like
gonna
an
lose
average of what, 24?
I'm about to lose my fucking mind. Alright. As Vice and Pollux are battling it out in the snow, Renee's screaming at them to stop. Siam's like staring at Vlad's predicament, trying to figure out what he could possibly do to fix this. Vlad, you're soaring through the air, sucked up in the vortex. You look up at the red portal up there and you decide, no, that would be a very bad place to go. We've seen what happens to these people. It's never good.
No.
Vlad,
No.
as you're focusing, you're pulling up your energy. You're doing everything you can possibly think of to get out of this.
Yeah, and for reference, I let the purple coins go. Like, as soon as that cyclone started, like, I let them go. Like, that wasn't a priority anymore. They got dropped. So, those
Alright.
things, I don't want them to come back.
Yeah, well, Vlad, I hate to say this, but as you're flying through the air, you clench your teeth and cast reverse gravity. You watch as bodies and buildings fly up into the portal, sucked in. Vlad, as just as you're about to get sucked in, you're like facing up in the middle of the air. You extend both hands. You cast reverse
No, no,
gravity.
no, 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 no! Yeah. Yep.
As you do so, you kind of cast it right in the middle of the vortex. You figure that, like Vlad, your mind's racing. You figure that this is not going to
Yep.
work, casting
This
it
is
on
a panic.
yourself. Instead, you cast it on the middle of the vortex. You reverse the gravity of the vortex itself. You see, like Vice and Pollux, you're fighting, and then Vice, you hear this massive boom. It's so loud, like a shock wave blows over the sand, or the snow. I keep saying sand. Everybody stops and turns to stare. Vlad, as you're flying through the air, you cast reverse gravity. The center of the portal begins shifting, shimmering, and then starts cracking. It's like it's breaking apart. And then you see the edges of the vortex sink in upon itself. It forms a small ball and then explodes. A force equivalent to like a small nuclear explosion goes off in the middle of the air. The cyclone stops, and Vlad, you're released. You're falling at a free fall. Above you is like a bright star, a huge explosion going off. You're plummeting to the air. You're gonna take a huge amount of fall damage if you don't figure something out, Vlad. Pollux, Vice, and the rest of them are watching. Pollux has to like cover his face from the explosion. Renee and Siam duck.
Well, that was reverse gravity. Okay, yeah, that was just a 7th level, and I used 1 dimension door. So, yeah, I still have 2 more 4th levels. As I'm falling, I'm just going to, judging distance, wait till I know I'm within 500 feet of where Pollux and all of them are, and I'm just going to open a dimension door below me and fall into that, landing on the ground next to them.
Right.
And
Vlad, with your Vlad, you're like a sleeper genius. As you're falling, you're like a combat pragmatist. You'll wait until just when you're in range, and then in desperation, you cast Dimension Door. You plummet through it, and you manage to put the entrance in a way that when you come out of it, the force propels you outward, so that you go flying. You skid along the ground for like 50 feet. Like the force of it's just so massive that eventually you finally come to a stop, face down in the snow.
I would like to roll into initiative as well, because as soon as I get up, I'm going after Pollux.
Vlad the coward has been provoked into combat. That's pretty serious.
The dragon has been woken.
Alright.
Vlad's a happy-go-lucky thief, but he can fuck with people, but he can't handle being fucked with like this. So, Pollux is actually genuinely trying to kill us too. So, or at least Vlad believes that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would like to as well, if you will allow it.
Alright.
Can I roll into initiative?
I'm thinking, hold on. Yeah, you can.
All right. 27.
Alright. Sure, why not? Let's keep doing it.
All right.
Vlad, as you're face down in the snow, you hear a voice next to you. It's Siam, and he kind of grabs you by the shoulder and he says, "Well, looks like you managed to destroy the camp after all."
Indeed. And now we have somebody else to take care of. This is going to be fun. This is a different Vlad to Siam. This is no longer Vlad. Vlad inside his head has a split personality. This is the wizard now. So this is no longer Vlad.
Alright. Well,
This
Siam
is
just
the-
looks at you like, "Wait, Vlad, calm down a little
No,
bit."
Siam can notice his eyes. Vlad's eyes are no
Yeah,
longer
I know, that's why he
regular
said,
Vlad
like,
eyes.
"Wait, Vlad, calm down a little bit."
Yeah, Vlad is no longer.
Vlad, you are 50 feet away
There.
from where Vice and Pollux are. You're up.
All right, yeah. Okay, 50 feet, that's perfect. Yeah, as he stands up, he's just going to. He's not like brushing Siam aside. He just doesn't. He's tunnel vision right now. Pollux is all he fucking is focused on. So 60 feet on this, Vlad is going to um, spend 2 sorcery points, and as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Power Word Stun on Pollux. He has to make a DC 18 charisma save. Or,
Oh
wait,
my
wait, wait.
god.
Wow.
Wowzers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's fucking.
Uh,
That was
he
supposed
has
to be a
legendary
constitution.
reactions, but I'm not gonna use them.
Yeah, he's fucking Power Word Stun
Okay.
on him. And then as an action, um, um, yeah, as an that was my bonus action. I'm going to close the distance to where I'm like not melee, but I'm 30 feet from Pollux, and I'm going to cast Fear. He's stunned, so that's like an auto success, correct?
No.
What?
Fear's a charisma thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but because Pollux is stunned,
That has nothing
wait,
to
hold
do with
on.
charisma checks.
Incapacitated, can't move, can't speak, only can
I
speak
think
only
it's just
falsely.
dexterity.
Oh yeah, strength and dex. Okay. Enemy attacks have advantage. Okay, so we all have advantage on him while he's stunned. Well, I'm just gonna cast Fear on him then, and that's just another DC 18
Alright.
Wisdom save.
Okay. Vlad, as you stand up, you cast Power Word Stun on Pollux. Pollux, he kind of starts, and then, Vice, as you're facing him, you see that his muscles begin tensing up. He's like in a fighting pose, but he can't move, and he looks at you and goes, "Oh, this is kind of unfair, isn't it?"
Unfair. The coins were unfair. Throwing Vlad into that was unfair.
Hey, it did the job, didn't it? He laughs.
Don't worry, I'll be doing the job too soon enough. There's one more savage barbarian left.
Alright, Vice, you're up.
Swords out. 31, 15, 16.
You have advantage.
Oh, right. I
Yeah,
forgot
you
about that.
have advantage. Yeah.
Forgot about that. So that's 31, 30, and an 18.
Alright.
It's 18 hit?
No.
Okay. $29.
You cut into him, Vice, and he's powered stunned, so he doesn't move. The blade cuts into him. You see not much of a reaction along his face. As the fight carries on, he kind of loses the antagonism and the bite he has, and instead he kind of goes into a blank state. As you cut into him,
Did he pass the fear roll?
you can cast Power Word Fear and Stun and Fear.
No,
at the
no, no.
same time.
No. Remember, I cast Power Word Stun as a bonus action. I spent 2 sorcery points to cast it as a quicken spell, and then I casted Fear as I closed the distance on him.
He's rolling at +10, and he's failing every single one. Can you believe that shit?
Today's
The
not
golden
day.
one. Vice will actually look at him and say, "The golden one isn't gonna save you today."
He looks back at you, and it's not his turn, so Vlad, you're up.
He's stunned and terrified of Vlad, and Vlad's just menacingly walking towards him as Vlad is. Another quicken spell to create a bonfire at Pollux's feet. Yep. Bonfire is just gonna fucking engulf him.
Alright.
Do I have to roll an attack roll for that? Hold on, let me roll this spell. 28. And then bonfire is 3d8. Alright, cool. 12 damage, and then as an action, I'm also gonna cast Cloud of Daggers on him. So I don't know if I don't have to. Do I have to roll an attack, a spell attack to do these ones? That's
Cloud of Daggers, I think it's just an area.
yeah. It's a 5. Same with Bonfire. There's just a 5-foot cube. All creatures at casting or entering save. So that was a DC 18 deck save on the Bonfire. And then for Cloud of Daggers, there is no save. He's just in a Cloud of Daggers now. So it is 4d4 plus 2d4. Alright, cool. 2d4. 16 damage on him. So a total of, what is that, 30? Or 28? 28 damage on that round.
Okay. And we're back up to Pollux now. Pollux is stunned, feared, burning, cut, electrified, whatever have you. In the 12 seconds, you guys have just been unloading on him. Without much to do, he kind of just takes it, and like I said, he reverts back to that kind of unfeeling, no response mode. On his turn, instead, he looks at you, both of you, and he says, after a few moments, "Fine. Kill me. Caster dies. You lose."
Caster dies if you die. Is that how it works?
You think I set this game up without having a few fail safes?
That doesn't make any sense. How does he die?
Well, he'll probably wander where I left him for a little bit. He might live for a little bit, and then he'll run out of food and water. And he'll starve to death, alone.
Where is he?
Fuck you. Go on then, kill me. Do it. You kill me, you don't get the artifacts. You don't get caster. You don't get any portal. You don't get to leave. You lose.
Okay. Alright. Vice is going to... Oh, is it Vice's turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab him. Pull him out of the Cloud of Daggers in the bonfire. I'm gonna toss him into the snow. I'm gonna pull out the great sword. It'll be... Raise it up. I'm gonna slam it down right in front of his face. And I'll say, "You lost, Pollux. This game of yours, it's over. You want to have fun? Pack your bags, go to Marienburg, and gamble all of your purple coins away. So get out of here and go mess with other people. Or better yet, don't. Why don't you go crawl back into your future world, whatever, your cramped steel buildings. Go back there and leave us alone."
He starts laughing, and the laugh gets louder and louder as he cackles. He cackles mad. And instead he reaches into his shirt and pulls out an extra purple coin that he had on him. Vice, I never lose. You didn't win. We're taking a break. Pollux, he snaps the coin. In a
Quick
flash.
question. Can I counterspell his coin snaps?
Negative, sir.
Uh,
Like, GM, listen, I know you don't want this NPC to die right here, and I know that he has god powers, but could I just kill him? Please. And most other characters would be like, fine. Alright. Yeah, Pollux, he grabs the purple coin, he says that, and as he snaps it, he disappears in the snow, leaving only the silent winds and the desolated barbarian camp.
I'll sheath my blade and turn over to Vlad. You all right?
where did the conjurer go?
I don't
wonder.
know. Away from here, hopefully. Had enough of
Well,
his meddling.
I shall relinquish control back to Vlad. And with that, Vlad just collapses to the ground.
Renee's like, what did he just say?
I'll pull Vlad up. Come on, buddy. Get up.
What just happened? I was getting sucked into the vortex, and
No, we kicked Pollux's ass and now he's gone.
we... What? Wait. What?
He's gone.
Vlad just looks bewildered right now.
Come on.
Crosses
We'll
his
find a
arms.
cave or something. We'll find somewhere to set up camp for the day.
Very well then. I feel exhausted. Whew. Well, at least the barbarians are gone.
We do have that, though I'd like to get far away from here. It was quite a show.
Yes. How did he... Okay, never mind then. I need to lie down. Yeah.
As the party, weary and somewhat broken after that dangerous encounter, you travel to the mountains looking for any source of shelter or respite from the cold, leaving behind the desolated barbarian camp and the scattered purple coins of Pollux. I guess we'll go ahead and end it there.
That was wild.
That was pretty fucking hectic, holy shit. That
very
was definitely
wild.
not how I expected you to deal with that barbarian.
No?
It's not how I expected us to deal with it either. Oh man.
Holy shit.
Oh fuck.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the party got to witness the wizard. I didn't think if I was ever going to use him with Vlad, because
No,
it was the original concept with Vlad.
that was pretty
Yeah.
badass. I mean, like you're flying, and before you get sucked to another fucking dimension or something, you anti-gravity a different dimension to the point
Yeah.
that the vortex destabilizes.
I know I broke that spell, but I mean, at the moment.
No,
it
I think that works pretty well. I mean, what would happen
Yeah.
if you reverse gravity in the center of a vortex to another dimension?
Yeah.
Probably a nuclear fucking explosion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit. Oh,
I
Vlad.
I didn't
Vlad
mean-
almost died.
I definitely didn't mean for that to happen when I let you grab Pollux's coins.
Oh,
I think
boy.
he got a little too complacent there. He was feeling a little too secure.
Yep. Felt a little too in control until he realized.
Well, I can tell you that's never gonna happen again.
So, Pollux is a bad guy.
Is he?
Oh no, he trapped Castor somewhere.
I was gonna say he kidnapped
He kidnapped Castor. That's pretty bad. Castor was nowhere near as demented as Pollux.
I guess
as
so.
antagonistic.
Yeah, as
you're right.
antagonistic. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
I mean, through the eyes of the player of the
I know,
characters.
you're right,
he's
you're right.
definitely
I
the
keep-
antagonist.
I asked that because in this campaign, there's not a lot of like strictly bad and good players, but
Yeah.
you're kind of right. Pollux is that way.
He's like
He's the opposite of Caster.
Well, I mean, like our overall goal is getting out. And right now, Caster, at least to this party right now, Caster is one of our outs. He
Yeah.
took that and said, "No, no more. You can't have it."
He used it as a failsafe. He expected something like this to happen. He said, if you guys kill me, then you're not getting Caster back. I did this with the intention of, you know...
That's good to know, because Yalmar was going to try to use that Caster coin to...
Yeah, and that wouldn't
find
work.
Caster.
I was kind of hoping for you to try to do something with a Caster coin, like with Gelt, and then it wouldn't have worked.
No, the goal wasn't on Gelt. It was to try and get Caster so Yelmar can be like, hey, no, I'm back on track.
Yeah. So Pollux, if you believe Pollux says that he has managed to trap Caster somewhere, and without him, there's no getting him back.
That's terrific. I wonder if that's punishment or deviance. We will find out.
I don't know, but you managed to kick his ass, and I definitely didn't expect that today.
Took away his coins.
Yeah, whatever. You win this day, party. I'll get you next time.
Oh, fuck. Ugh, shit.
I swear it.
Yeah, Vlad almost fucking ate it.
That was pretty cool. You know what I was gonna have? You know what I was gonna think about doing? I was gonna have you and Cyan do a solo session.
Oh boy, in the Nether realm.
In somewhere. No, you know what it would probably have been? It probably would have been somewhere else.
Yeah. Great.
Oh man.
You'd have just gave him to me to run a session.
That would have been cool. Man, speaking of running sessions, AJ.
I'm working on it. School's over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait and see what work is supposed to happen, because I'm gonna be working completely remote.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna be staying in Missouri. So I got to see like how that's gonna go down.
Oh, they're not gonna move you out there to New Core again?
No, because they were like,
Yeah.
trying to